Hello everybody, welcome to the, I was gonna say the live stream again. Welcome to the Lost Harbor Tavern, except it's not, you bitch. Get fucked, this is the Shipyard. I'm the host and the DM, Nitsify. Welcome to the mini campaign, known as the motherfucking Amnesia campaign, bitch. What you doing? We have a few players here. Just a few. It might be 3, might be 4, maybe 5, you don't fucking know. Maybe Steve's playing. Ignore the fact that he's hung up on a wall. He might still be alive, you don't know. We have Acrid, who plays Dob. We have... Dude, I'm glad I gave you that name. It really fits you. We have Dylan, who's playing Streelk.
Hello. I'm tired again, but I'll push through.
You're always tired.
That's correct.
Should you honestly, man? I fully stand by this. We need to get that coffee machine working for you, man.
Yeah,
I think that would help you. You know what's wrong with that coffee machine?
God, your guess is as good as mine. That was why when earlier today I came back with like 10 energy drinks for just to suck up.
What happened to the coffee machine?
So it doesn't make coffee.
What does it make?
Nothing.
Sad depression.
So I kid you not, the day we moved in, I was like starting to get all my stuff in. He like moved in a few days before me, so that way he could kind of have stuff pre-ready to go, and we weren't working around each other like with a huge mess. He had a coffee machine set up on the counter. Now I know my mom got coffee out of it, so I know it works. That's the thing.
Wait, really?
No, wait, no, never mind. She tried using it and she couldn't get it to work.
Okay.
Never mind.
I was like, wait, what's really worked one time?
Yeah. Now you say that's like a brand new. I don't know, man. Listen, I'll take a look at it tomorrow morning. We also have Anya. She plays Tahira.
Hello. I'm currently melting my brain as I'm looking for things because apparently I need to find shit.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They'll find out another day.
We'll find out another day. They won't know. This isn't foreshadowing to your end of demise as we're planning to destroy the world. Shut the fuck up. All right. So, we're going to get straight into this. In case you don't remember, in the last episode of the Amnesia campaign, in that last little session, some would even call it, y'all got around the motherfucking capital and got talking with some people. Specifically, you got to have a few reunions. You got to go to the Grove Tavern and meet up with some people over there. You also went to the Chapel of Near and got to meet up with some people over there in a very bloodthirsty paladin. You also got to meet up with, a lady in the Golden Token. A very specific lady. Definitely not threatening at all. But yeah. You guys got to... yeah, honestly, I don't blame you. It is one of those things where you guys kind of got to have little reunions, or not all of them were as happy as others because of circumstances, sadly enough. But you guys have at least gotten a lead, if I remember correctly. So...
If my memory is correct, I think it was just my thing that I didn't get a happy reunion on.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing of like, Tahira had a happy and kind of saddish reunion, because like, oh, fuck, man, we haven't seen you in 40 fucking years. Yeah. Dobes is more just like pure chaos. I don't really know if you call it a wholesome. It's more of like, holy shit, guys.
Bro? Hey, bro, where you been, bro? That kind of thing.
Yeah, like a bro shit thing. Yeah, kind of. And then you just had the most like, hey, listen. There's a lot of shit going on. Don't stick around here.
You could go to jail for a crime you didn't commit.
Yeah. Yeah, at least, you gotta admit, at least she tried to have your back of, like, at least going as far as be like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you just get your shit kicked in by a bunch of people.
At least she didn't crush me with her thick thighs. True.
They do save lives, though.
Indeed.
That being said, that's where we're gonna start picking up. You guys went to bed, got your sleep, people got stocked up on the blood stuff you need, so you should be good on rations for a few days. You should be good to go on that. That being said, what is y'all's plans? You guys did have some little info leaks that you got, but what's your plan?
If my memory is correct, last session, I suggested we could try to investigate Lachlan Blair's estate just because, alright, well, I mean...
That's our main lead right now.
Yeah,
that's valid.
scene of the crime. We don't know where
It's like-
else to go, really.
Heck yeah. Now, there is one thing that either I mentioned it or I forgot to mention it and you should have known. There's the two main bodyguards. There was the one you met, Sonya, and then there's Florent. Which I know his name was at least thrown around there, but this is just my memory kind of being a little bit fuzzy here. But just in case, if you didn't get told it, you should have been, and it means that I didn't find a good way to put it into the social queue, and now you're magically finding out.
Got it.
I think Sonya mentioned him, like, passively once.
yeah, which is the fact that he's been kind of running stuff, like basically running the tabs and stuff, even though he's a bouncer. He's basically been keeping it financially running, so he might be at the state. I feel like that's a pretty obvious, like, he probably wouldn't be directly at the business place. It's too fucking loud to actually think about money and numbers. I feel like that's fairly obvious, but yeah. But yeah,
Alright.
you guys can make your way over to the good old estate of Lachlan Blair.
I also feel it's important to mention
Mm-hmm.
when everybody wakes up and gathers downstairs,
Yeah.
they would just see Bear with his fur brushed out,
Hell yeah.
some bows in his hair,
That checks.
and just nails very nicely kept and all that other fun shit, as Tahira and Yenny spent the entire night just spending time and grooming Bear.
Oh yeah. It completely checks out. It
I
is.
expect to get kicked the second I walk outside by a certain fucking dragonborn.
So, I'll let you know how this goes, right? So, soon as you step outside, you get kicked. No.
Hey,
No.
I'd like to imagine Streak would be the last one to join everybody. Because
Yeah.
as he wakes up, his butler background just kicks in. And he just gets obsessed with making the room look as tidy as humanly possible.
That would check 100%. You're also, like, making sure that, like, your suit doesn't have a singular wrinkle, shit like that.
Yeah. I'm just going, like, Streak would probably have OCD if he's a butler, so...
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, he definitely does.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, Streak has OCD, it's canon now.
He's a petty OCD person. You know what probably happened? They probably had a book slightly unstraightened, which is why he killed them.
Damn.
Hi.
Not perfect.
Not perfect. It's gotta
If
be
someone
perfect.
drools on a book, they just get fucking decapitated.
Oh man.
That's old strip. That's old strip, not current strip.
Nah, the current story. Listen, new page of your life, new book. You know, it's like the saying goes: if there's a page, now there's a book. Congratulations. So, right, we're gonna get into
Scrap of paper over here.
so yeah, literally, like, as soon as you guys come down, because I'm gonna be honest, the inn and the, like, little area that you guys have been sleeping at is, like, kind of like an upstairs area. So you guys would basically head down. That's where, because, like, you know, it's an inn tavern, so you've got the tavern on the bottom, the inn on the top. That makes sense. He's not making a, like, basement dwelling inn where, like, the rooms are underground. That's not how he's done.
Why not? That's a cool design.
I don't know, man. Maybe that's built for a different place on a different island, and it's definitely not foreshadowing. What? Right, so, so anyway.
Hold on.
Huh?
I'm
What's
trying to
that?
remember.
Either way, getting back out on the topic here. As you guys are kind of coming down the stairs, you would see, you know, the very specific mercenary that you guys have kind of gotten over helping you. As Kondo is just kind of like sitting off, like, near a table. Just, like, on at a table, sorry. Just kind of, like, sword to the side, just kind of, like, waiting. And you can also see, with her, is Lilmer. Who is, instead of sitting, standing upright in the most, like, is the most aggressive, like, stance that you could have. Like, she has her sword plunged into like, the wooden plank. And just, like, it is, like, center, like, in the direct middle of like her. She has centered her body around this sword, essentially. Like, we're talking like wide leg stance. So so it's like you try to knock her over, she doesn't fucking budge type of like wide stance.
Now, luckily, Dole did mention a near paladin would be here.
Yes, you did.
He just did not mention who.
Yeah. She would just kind of look to the group and just go, "Well, it's about time. Thought you would have already been awake by now. This is of utmost importance, is it not?"
Actually, I woke up rather early. The reason why I'm so late was that I just wanted the room to look nice before we leave. I have to thank the owner somehow.
Courtesy, good. Glad to know you have manners. Dope, did you do it?
Yeah. Of
Going.
course, it's very long.
All right, I'm gonna go check. She goes stomping up the stairs.
Kira just kind of shies away, like, what the fuck?
I want to mention Dole would have. It's something of like, it's a 3-foot tall man trying.
Yeah.
Can't exactly make a bed very easily.
Yeah. I want to mention, by the way, she would catch a quick little glimpse into here and just go, "Good to see you back," and then she just keep going up.
What?
She recognizes you. But yeah, she would go and be like, it's like she's there for like, she's not even up there for a minute. She's up there for like maybe 10 seconds. And then she's coming straight back down because that movement speed of 50 feet. So she probably just kicked the door open, looked around, and then said, "That's good."
Disadvantage perception check.
Yeah, no, honestly. But yeah, no, she would come right back down. She would just go, "All right, we're good to go. Let's head out. Where are we going?"
Tahira is confused and she's just, "What do you mean, good to see you again? I don't know you."
You know me. You know me. You know who I am.
Well,
Gripora.
Well, our current objective is to locate the missing whereabouts of Master Blair. And so, we've decided that probably the best place to start is his very estate to look for clues.
Ah, of course. Okay, then let's go. What are you waiting for? She just fucking kicks the door open.
Strick will just shrug and he'll say, "You know what? She's got a good point. What are we waiting for?" And he'll just walk outside.
Tahira glances at Isgard like, "Are we sure about this?"
I feel like this is a normal occurrence, and he does not.
He just kind of gives you that nod, and he would just kind of like lean in and just kind of go, "I know she might be a bit much, but I can at least tell you, she's normally good about keeping people safe. So if anything hits the fan, I'm sure she'll make sure you're alive."
I don't even know who she is.
She used to come around the tavern quite a bit. She never really came here for the dancing, but she got to know you from time to time. You might just not remember her right now, considering your whole predicament. She's Lilmer. She's the Paladin of Nier. She's a good friend of ours. Even if she can be a bit annoying with kicking down my door constantly anytime things happen. But trust me when I say that she means well.
Hey.
Got it. Good.
Before I forget, I never specified it, but just in case if it comes up later down the line, Streak would attune to the Berserker Great Axe before the next day.
Okay, cool. I kind of just assumed you did, because we did get that little bit of that curse thing out of the way. Like, the curse is not there. It just gives you some extra health, you know?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, you're good, man. Cool, right. So you guys will start making your way over to the estate. You just take the directions that Isgard gave you in the last session. I'm not gonna make you guys try to remember that, because I'm gonna be honest, even I myself sometimes forget my own directions because it was on the spot, on the whim. And I need to fill in words because I'm a DM. Crazy, huh? Crazy how that works. Indeed.
I usually listen to the previous session, but I didn't get the chance to this time.
That is fair.
I think it was a little bit past the, it wasn't too far. It was just past the fucking...
It's a little bit past
the coin.
Yeah. That much I do remember.
Token.
Yeah.
I want to mention I'm sitting here like moving my arm like in real life, just like it's over there.
It's like it's over there, just like pointing at a wall. Like the fuck are you What are you pointing
Towards
at?
the middle of town.
Yeah.
15 minutes away from the golden token.
Like it's for where all the rich people live.
Ah, yes, of course. Actually, no, it's just that one rich guy. Nobody else, none of the other rich people live there. It's just him.
Ah, yes, got it. This town is poor.
I mean, it's co-op. It's the weird thing of it's a mixture of a lot of people here are middle class. There are lower class, obviously. It's just because of how well the economy is thriving here, there are things like economy problems actually aren't that big here. So a lot of people just get paid well because the economy is actually well balanced and well taken care of, unlike some other governments in our world. That being said, you start making your way down the street. You pass by, you know, the Gorilla Tavern because you came from there. You pass by the Near Church in all of its pristine marble white glory as it gets shined upon the very sun. You pass by the Golden Token as you can just hear the music very lightly outside of the building, just kind of blasting.
I briefly put on my sunglasses as we walk by it, and then I take them off the second we get by it.
There's no light shining from it, but for some reason you feel like you need it to deal with the sound for some reason. You don't know. And then eventually you start making your way over, and it's that thing like you're kind of passing by these like pretty normalish houses, right? You're passing by these like houses that have you know, like the cobblestone wall and the log cabin like pillars on like the edges to kind of act as like supports, you know, that whole stuff. The normal like medieval build. And like you just come upon this one big mansion. With like a gated fence area that has like two guards that are like standing there. It's these like two humans in full plate heavy armor, like like the typical knight armor, essentially. One has a lance and one has a sword. Yeah, we bring lances out here. Yeah, we're giving them some credit, even though they're bad weapons.
They're actually trash.
They actually are. I don't know why they made those. But you can see those two guards
Just
kind of
get
standing
close
there.
to him. He can't hit you.
It's you can see that with the mansion. The one thing is that again you can kind of see that Lachlan Blair, even though he did go out of his way to get a big house, he did not go out of his way to like try and make it gaudy or over the top. Probably because he puts more of his money towards charities and things like that. So rather than having some fucking like fancy ass like gate, it's just like a metal fence, like a metal fence that goes around the yard area with like a little metal like swinging door, like gate door essentially. And you can see where the mansion is basically just made out kind of like marble. It's just a mixture of like marble and maybe a few other materials, but it's a lot more like pristine white-ish. Rather than some, you know, nobles in the D&D world where they'll just full on just have a fucking, like, gold painted mansion. He didn't do that. It was too much for him. Even for his life. Even for a noble, he was like, no, I'm good.
You ain't a dwarf, you can't do that well.
Would Strelok just get kind of like a sense of deja vu as they walk up?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna just kind of say, this place feels correct.
Hell yeah. It feels correct to both you and Dope, I would even say. Because both of y'all worked here, actually. So, yeah, both of y'all would feel that bit of, like, nostalgia. Because you guys are starting getting more of your memories back. So at this point, you'd at least be able to, like, look at something. And even if you can't remember, you'd at least still be able to be like, you know, this might be the place. This seems familiar. Like, you're starting to actually gain more and more of your memories pretty quickly. Yeah. But yeah, you can like, do you want to talk with the guards, or are you trying to hop the fence?
Open says I, bitch.
All right, so you see the two knights open ways now. You see the one with the lance start to make away, and you see the other one grab the blunt end of the sword and hit him on like the helmet. You hear like the ringing of the metal as he just goes, "Fucking idiot! Don't listen to that."
I didn't want that to be some ethereal voice. It's not even dope. It's not even dope.
Okay, so there was a lizard that popped out through a portal plane, dripping acid onto the city. Okay, so this one droplet, giant droplet of acid hits a random, like, building, and you see it melt within seconds.
Oh.
Alright, and then the
Wow.
lizard goes away.
Okay, okay, Streak
Damn.
would,
Should we check on that? No. All right.
so Streak is
He's
being,
just
like,
looking
super-
at that house like, damn.
Streak
What
is
the fuck?
Drake is just being super tunnel vision right now, as it kind of looks like he doesn't listen to you, Dope. And he just
Damn,
walks
what's
up
new?
and approaches the car. And he'll just say, "Good morning. How are you two?"
I'm well. And who are you? Why are you talking to us? What's going on?
I...
Don't answer, Bob.
Wait, who's
I-
talking? Is this the guy with the sword or the guy with the
The guy with
lance?
the sword, yeah. The guy with the lance hasn't got to say a word. He's been told to shut up.
Oh, okay, got it. So he really is an idiot because he has a lance.
I genuinely thought Streak and Dope would get recognized by these two cars.
If I remember correctly, you have a hood thing on. That's why I was assuming that.
Oh, that's fair. I would just
Yeah.
take off the hood.
Okay.
Chihiro would just kind of go up and just, "Hi, I'm friends with Isgard." We
Oh,
can
you're
open
back!
the
I know you! I open the gate! you see this troll, this fucking 13-foot tall troll, like come walk around like, yeah, I'm listening. You don't gotta fucking yell. I am in the morning.
I feel like Streak's eyes are just kind of wide as his mouth like hangs open for a second, like he was
I
about to
mean,
say
that makes
something.
sense. They were told that this guy hires the down on their luck. If there's
Yeah.
anyone down on their luck, it's a goddamn trollkin.
Yeah.
They're hunted for
Yep.
breathing.
He'll just
Yep.
fix his new coat and he'll just say, "Well, thank you, gentlemen. We will be on our way now."
All right. And you see the troll grab the gate, and he'll just go, "Might want to close your ears. We're still working on it. Mechanic, the whole door kind of broke, so I'm gonna open it forcibly. So give me a second." And you see him grab the bars, and you see him forcibly drag it through the ground, leaving this line from
But
the
it's open.
bars.
Chihiro just kind of cringes at the sound, just like, eh.
If it makes you
feel
feel
like-
any better, he does too.
Rick would definitely quickly put his paws over his ears, folding them completely.
Yeah.
Because he was probably a
Dope
little
just
sensitive to sound.
his head just shrinks a bit. Like
Yeah. He's
I
got
knew it was
earls.
coming, and it fucking still hurts.
I want to mention, you guys look around, by the way, and Ilmer's gone. Lilmer is gone.
I was about to ask. I was about to fucking ask. Where was she?
She
Where is she?
immediately flew off the second that acid drop started even making its way towards that house.
Gotcha.
So she'll be
I-
over with you guys in a bit, but she's been distracted.
Chihiro would just look at the two guards and just, "Do you have any idea what happened to Mr. Blair? Isgard is really concerned."
You see Bob start to open his mouth, and you see him again get hit in the head with the great sword. And you just hear him just go, "Bob, shut up. No. We stand at the guard door almost the majority of our day, and then we go home and we eat. I don't know anything about the whole scenario. I'm hoping he comes back, though. Mr. Lachlan is a good man, and I don't want to see him missing."
Couldn't agree more.
She specifically looks at Bob and just, "Do you know anything?"
You see Bob, you see him give that side eye at the other one, like, "Don't you fucking dare." You see him start to open his mouth, you see the sword start to raise, and he just starts bringing up the lance like he's about to beat the shit out of the guy with the sword. And you see the sword come down. And he just goes, "I'm talking this time."
Oh,
I do
shit.
not know. But if you want my help, I will try.
That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
I will. If you get any clues or anything, you just let me know. I'll be happy to help.
Okay.
Fucking love motherfucker. I'm about to fucking end you. Like, just...
The hero just looks at the other one and just, you should really be more nice to your coworkers.
I know. It's just last time I let him talk, he insulted the noble, and that was a big problem for Lachlan. So we kind of made a deal that if anybody shows up that might look like they might be at least slightly important, I normally just hit him in the head so he doesn't say anything.
Well, in this instance, I was asking him directly, so you should be more nice.
Yeah.
I want to mention Dolb's gonna look over at the he's still here's the thing, if he's listening, he's also looking at that house.
That house is fucking gone.
I want to mention.
Turns to Dobe and just, Dobe, it's not polite to stare.
What do you mean? Are you just ignoring the space creature?
Yeah, all Dobe can see is that the house is gone and Lilmer is talking to some random halfling. Probably.
Okay, well they're not dead. That's how they
Yeah.
Here's just what's been going on, so you can't really do anything about it. Let's go.
But Space Gecko.
Let's go.
Alright.
Yes, please. I'm starting to grow rather impatient of this.
Alrighty, fine. Let's get going. We got people to find.
Tahira just walks forward holding Bear, just like, Isgard is concerned and I want to make Isgard feel better.
Dolb has a
Hell yeah.
has a whopping walking feet. 25, goddammit.
Hell yeah, Kondo picks you up. No, she doesn't, because she knows she hates you. She knows she hates you. Hate, yeah.
Dude, he just is still both just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, she wouldn't do that.
I know damn well she probably could.
She probably could, yeah. But yeah, you guys will make your way over to like the mansion, and is that thing the Troll King would just kind of have like the door just kind of open for you guys. You guys can just head on in. He would just go, if you're looking for Florent, Mr. Florent, he's upstairs. He's been working on keeping the finances going and all that, and if you want to ask him about things, you can.
Yes, I think we
Where
need to
was
have
he
a talk
last
with
seen?
him.
Lachlan or Florent?
Mr. Blair.
Mr. Blair. Sleeping. As far as I knew, he was in his bedroom. And I came to work the next day and suddenly he's gone. As well as, kind of like takes a look. And like his brain starts to register. Stroke, your hair is, a little, normally not brushed that way. You normally brush it the other way. No wonder I didn't recognize you. You gotta brush it this way. And he just kind of like, he grabs out his brush and brushes it the opposite way. He just goes, you never brush it to your left. You always put it to the right.
I feel like Streak would actually catch his arm before he brushes it.
Okay.
And he'll...
Don't. What
Just
the
right
fuck
arm.
do you mean?
It's like this very tight, very like vice grip.
Yeah.
I
And
don't.
He, with his other arm, he'll gently take the brush out of his hand, brush it the other way,
Yeah.
put it back in his hand, all while he's still holding the hand, and he'll slowly let go.
Tahira just looks at Strelk and just, I like it better the other way. Which way is it?
He just, you can see this like smile, this like, because it is a trollkin, it's a little of a disturbing smile, but it's a genuine smile. You just kind of go, good to see you haven't changed.
His eye and his ears are twitching along with his tail. And he'll just say, I'm going to go head upstairs now. And he'll just walk off.
You just look to Doug and just go, he didn't snap.
Yes, he didn't. And so he's like, and time to get going. Oh god, I'm slow. It's like he's just like, I need to get going. I'm slow.
Fair, fair. Yeah, as the group of you and Kondo will head on in.
He didn't snap.
The furniture used in this like mansion is he doesn't really use any like golds or anything like that like a lot of nobles do, or like silvers or bronzes, which are pretty common. He tends to use more of like velvets and blacks is what he seems to be using. So velvets, blacks, more kind of like a Victorian goth is kind of like the aesthetic on the inside essentially. But yeah, there's like a giant staircase when you walk in that goes directly upwards. There's like, it's a pretty big fucking room. There's like couches like near a fireplace area. There's just kind of just a little bit of everything. There's a fucking pool table in the living room, just like near the staircase. Yeah. And then there's like the rooms upstairs. I don't know what y'all plan to do, if you just plan checking random rooms, or if you actually just want to go talk with Florent, or what your plan is here, but yeah.
Hey, don't want to play Ep.4 Boots Up Cave Pigeon.
Hero wants to go check in the bedroom to see if she can smell blood.
Smart.
Good idea.
Alright. So you can go find the bedrooms. Do you know where the bedrooms are at? You wouldn't.
That's why she asked.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Would Freak know at this point?
Roll me history check, as well as Dobachi, because you've actually been inside the States. Tahira's been more like, she hasn't been directly in Lachlan's estates, but more just kind of like she knew him, like just out and about type of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Motherfucker.
Ooh, that's a dirty 23.
Dirty 23, okay, cool.
Better than
And-
Dobe.
What about Dob?
My mastery of history. My expertise of remembering things.
And with his nat 4.
11.
Hell yeah. So, with that 11, you remember, there's that lizard outside. What the fuck happened with that acid? So...
Yeah, no, that's an accurate. I'm a follower of Nier. I would be concerned about that.
It's fair. It's fair. You can also see, on the side, there's another thing that's happening, which is that, good old Strelk. You can remember where the master bedroom's at. In fact, you can remember the majority of the layout for this mansion. Not all of it, but you can remember the majority of it. So you know that the bedroom's on the second stairs as well. It's on the left side. There's like 3 main doors. There's a left side, a right side, and the middle. You know that the middle is like an office area, and the right is like a guest bedroom.
Got it. I think Strick would just say, well, let's get right to it, shall we? I think I just remembered where Master Blair's bedroom was. If you lot would follow me.
Don't we want to talk to some? Okay.
I
We can
wanna
handle
see
one thing at a
something.
time. What do you want to see?
I'm a damp here.
That I do. Oh, right. Because you. Okay, I see where you're going with this.
I'd be able to smell if there was blood, even if it was old.
That is true.
That's a wonderful idea, Miss Tahira.
That way we can tell, okay, was he taken alive or was he taken dead? I don't know. I wanna know.
I'm.
I
just,
I
just
would rather not start
Jesus.
thinking about the latter of those two.
Yeah.
Either way, I want to know.
Then let's go.
Lead the way.
I can't.
Alright.
She's looking at Streel.
Don't.
Lead the way.
Strick would go.
Heck yeah. So yeah, you will lead the way then, as they say, as you kind of go up the stairs and go to the left into that bedroom. When you head into this bedroom, I'm gonna be real. This is probably the simplest noble you have ever seen in your fucking life. Like,
Checks.
he literally has just gone out of the way for his decorations, quote unquote, for his like room. He has like a bed. Again, it's a lot. Keep in mind, a lot of this furniture is more like Victorian goth, so keep that in mind. Do with that what you will. A lot of blacks and reds is what he's using
A bit
for
more
palettes.
elegant.
Yeah, a bit more elegant. But even like that, like the elegance is like there, but is very like there's not a lot. He hasn't gone out of his way to furnish his place that much. So like he just has like a bed, a dresser, and like a mirror in here. Like that's all he's gone out of his way to do. And he has like a small little bookshelf that he's built, like up on the side.
Gotcha.
So he's kind of kept it pretty just like simplistic. It's a guy who doesn't need much.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can make your way in. You said you wanted to sniff for blood.
Yes.
Alright.
Elude.
This is such a weird one. I guess, technically, perception or survival would both make sense. Because perception by smell or survival is up to you. I'm gonna let you do either one. I think these both make sense.
Survival is higher.
Alright. Survival it is.
Fuck.
What'd you get?
39.
39. Okay. So, it's that thing of, if there was any blood, you're not picking up on anything, at least. You sniff the air, you're trying to, like, smell for anything. Just anything. Maybe just, like, a whiff of blood, or just something. And you're just not finding anything with this.
Could I make an investigation check?
You may.
1 minute.
The hero would only become more determined.
Oh no.
Oh, that is a dirty 18.
Dirty 18. So you can look around for a bit, and, you wouldn't see, like, too many things. You can see where, like, there was definitely a scuffle, because, like, the way the beds are not taken care of. The thing about this is that, obviously, even with the butler being gone, because sometimes you can take vacations, there still would have been someone else to come over and, like, basically take care of the bed for the master. So they've probably left this room the way it is because of him currently being missing. Just so they can keep any evidence that they do have intact. So you can see where, like, some of the bed kind of got, like, fucked up a little. Where, like, it looks like some pillows were kind of thrown to the side and blankets were kind of knocked over. You can see where he had probably a portrait on that dresser at one point, and you can see that it is shattered. So it's like you can see that there was a struggle. There was definitely a struggle. You can also see that there is a blade mark across a portion of the bed frame. Like kind of like a slash.
Do I recognize like maybe like what sword type it was? Was it like a short sword or a great sword, that kind of thing?
I would say, because you typically go more for axes, I can definitely say, without having to even roll anything, that you at least know for sure it's definitely not like an axes mark. Because axes, typically, they don't do like a slashing slide. The cut would have been deeper if it was an axe. That being said, if you want to see if you can try and figure out maybe what type of blade it was specifically, you can roll me, I would say just roll me a flat out intelligence check.
Okay.
Can I help?
Sure.
Yeah, you can give the help action. Yeah, that works. So you'll have advantage.
1 minute.
Die.
First roll is a dirty 20. Second roll is, my hands fell out, but it was a dirty 12, so who cares?
Okay, so with that dirty 20, right? You can kind of pick up that it's definitely not a greatsword, because greatswords would have had too thick of a blade. It's a very thin blade. So you're able to narrow it down to it might either be something like a rapier, a katana, or like possibly a dagger. It kind of gets you down to those type of like things. It's definitely a way thinner blade. It's too thin for it to be something like a long sword.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So,
What?
Huh?
Trigo just
Fred
turn
lost
to
his
you.
dice.
Turn to you, Dolt, and he'll just say, well, on the good news, if I had to guess, this sword mark right here seems like it was made using a bit of a long sword, if I had to guess. And we don't commonly use those, so if we need to prove ourselves, we might be able to rely on that as evidence, if it comes down to it.
It's kind of like a dagger, a katana, or a rapier, which I don't fucking use those.
Tahira just walks up to
Exactly.
it, pulls one of the daggers from her boots, and just compares it. And looks at Dobe like, does this match?
so when you see this, by putting a dagger to that like specific area, you can see that it fits pretty well. It feels a little loose, just a little.
So that means it was likely slightly bigger than a dagger.
Yeah.
Or was it a different type of dagger?
Also true. It could be either or.
She only has one type of dagger, so.
Yeah, no, the only other type of dagger I could really think of that would have a different enough blade would be like a back curve. But that's closer to like a katana as well.
This is true.
Mm.
She
So
just
the
puts the
definite-
dagger back in her boot.
Hell
So,
yeah.
If I understand correctly, I wouldn't be surprised if this man that apparently dragged us away while we were unconscious
Well,
was also responsible for this.
well, if he wore a kimono, then he also would have worn. Because the guy who dragged us had a kimono, which is more typical of samurai. So he might have been using a katana,
I could see that.
which I don't think we've seen many people using that type of weapon.
Although that only begs the question even further. Assuming our mysterious assailant had a means of transportation, it still would have taken them several days to put them where we first put us where we first woke up. How strange.
You're only going a week, meaning I don't fucking. Maybe we should go talk to that one person.
Yes, I think we've gleaned all the information we can from here. There doesn't seem to be a
Here's-
trail.
Tahira's gonna try one last time to smell for blood.
Go for it real quick.
Can I give her the help by searching for blood?
Okay, so I want to, because she's sniffing for blood, I'm okay with you doing a help. How specifically would you give her this help action by, like, looking for blood? Because you're trying to help her with smelling for it. Or are you trying more to try, just, like, see if, like, you can just kind of scan with her, essentially? Is that what you're trying to do?
So what I'm trying to do is if I can see if I can spot any blood.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'll allow that to be a help then, for sure. And
I was like, I think I can justify this, but if he says that wouldn't do anything, fair enough.
yeah. It's always the thing when it comes to help action, I'm always down for you guys to help each other. I just kind of need to know how, because sometimes if you can't give me a reason on how you actually help, then it wouldn't make sense to give it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
I was fine until I rolled the help action.
Shit, what'd you have?
I had a 14 dirty before
Uh-huh.
the help action.
Mhm.
The help action roll was an @1.
No.
Oh, no.
That's actually hella unlucky. I've never seen a help action backfire. So you
I
try
have several
Oh.
times.
you try to take a whiff, right? Like you try to get a good smell to try and get what's going on, but you're just picking up randomly on a perfume now, because someone just entered. That's the way we're gonna roll that. As like you're taking this like whiff, like you're really just trying to smell. You're like, you know what? No, maybe I'm gonna smell her now. So you take this like really strong, just like smell, like sniff, and like it's like on cue. Door opens, you're mid sniff, and that perfume, kind of strong perfume, just hits you in the nose, and it is like a burning sensation of like, oh fuck, oh.
Hira just starts violently coughing.
Yeah, that is fair. As you can see,
Which
this
I
lady
feel
walked
like
in.
should be noted since she does not breathe.
Yeah. I think that says a lot. You can see walking in, there is a lady. It is a lady with this like kind of like it's like a blackish grayish hair, kind of like short and is put up in a ponytail. But has like a little bit kind of like on the right side, kind of droops close near her eye. Not really blocking her eye, but comes pretty close to blocking it. Black slick eyebrows, kind of like greenish eyes. I saw that.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Black pants. But it's that thing where like the inner thigh bit is black and the outer is like a blue essentially. And then like she's wearing a white undershirt with a like blue. What would be the word for this? It's kind of like that like trench coat-esque, except it really just like covers essentially the sleeve bit and then has the cape bit that goes down, but it doesn't cover the whole torso. I don't really know if there's a specific word for that type of like coat or cape, but that's essentially what she has. As it has like this little like blue pop color and these circular glasses that she's wearing. She would just kind of pop her head and just go, "Oh, you're back. Good to see you, Mr. Strielk and Mr. Dove."
Hira just glares at her.
Yes. Floris, was it?
Not quite. You may have forgotten my name. Bonnie.
Shit!
Don't worry, I've heard about everything that's been going on. Real close, though. It's fine. I know about your current situation, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Wonderful. That saved a
Just
long
quietly.
explanation. I'm sure it would have taken a while.
Indeed.
Now then, Miss Bonnie, do you have any clue, he'll say walking up to her, what happened to Master Blair? We're currently on the search for him.
I honestly, if I had known, I would have already told everybody. He meant a lot to me. Seeing him gone is a bit off-putting, I won't lie. I don't have anyone to talk to about books, so.
I feel like Streak has one of those expressions that's like, that's nice, but I didn't ask.
Damn.
Dolb is just sitting there nodding like, alright.
You said there was a broken picture?
Yes, there is a broken portrait that got knocked over.
The hero would go to look at what that is.
Yeah. So yeah, you can pick up the portrait, and funny enough, you would see in the portrait is a picture of him and what looks to be a younger version of Bonnie. This is probably his daughter.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah.
Got it. So, Streak will just kind of get back on topic, just saying. So, do you perhaps know Floris's around? I heard they were around here, possibly.
Oh, yes. Mr. Florent is in the middle room, in the office. Right now, he's been working on a bunch of papers and trying to keep the nobles happy, because with Mr. Blair's, disappearance, or father's disappearance, you might know, nobles can get a little hasty, and some of them are starting to get riled up, so he's been having to handle them.
Understood. I must go talk to him. So, bye. If sleeve awkwardly.
Understood?
Dolb
Yeah.
just looks at her straight in the face, goes, how's it going?
Go well, how about you?
You've been better. Just like-
That is valid.
Dolb just sits there like a. You've already kind of proven you know it hasn't gone. I know who you are. It's
Yeah.
that look of like that mouth thing of like, I might not know exactly who you are because my memories are gone. But I do remember you were someone I was supposed to care about.
Yep.
Hira just looks disgruntled because she is now completely nose blind thanks to the perfume.
Yeah, that is valid. That is 100% valid. I want to mention, by the way, this is like, you can remember kind of what Lachlan Blair looks like, Tahira. But because, like, you, with, like, from the portrait bits, you do remember that he had this, like, brown hair and a top hat that he would kind of wear. This, like, dark brown top hat. And you can remember he would, like, he oftentimes would wear, like, brown suits. That was kind of, like, his thing. He loved the color brown. But you can, it's something like, you can piece together, like, okay, she's in the picture. Oh, shit, is this his daughter? Like, even for Tahira, it's like an easy, like, piece together thing. But you also never got to really meet his daughter, or really any of his family, because you kind of just normally met him at the tavern when you were working type of thing. But yeah.
Can Tahira look around to see if his top hat is here?
You may. As everybody's walking out, you may do a quick little investigation for that. Yeah, roll me an investigation. That's a very specific investigation, unlike the other one. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's a separate reroll for that, sure.
30-12.
30-12. You do see that his top hat is still here. It is on the dresser.
I'm going to go pick it up and look at it.
Okay. So when you look at it, you can pick it up. It feels like it is made of a like heavy and thick layer of like leather. that he's kind of used to make this. And obviously for the brim to keep it from like flopping over, they probably use something on the insides that the leather like encases over to keep it like sturdy, so that way it doesn't just flop over like, you know, like a beagle's like, you know, floppy ears. But yeah, it has like his insignia like in the inside of the hat at the very top. You can tell most likely that because of the night. The one thing you guys do know is that this happened during the night when he was supposed to be asleep. He probably had the hat off when all this happened, because there doesn't seem to be any damage to it.
Is there anything in or around the hat?
In or around the hat. Actually, funny enough, you will find one thing, which is a talisman. So you would see that it has in... What languages do you know, actually?
Infernal, Sylvan, and Undercommon.
Okay. So you would not know what the talisman says, but you do find a talisman that is kind of been like tucked off to the side, like basically on the inside of the hat.
Fuck, I don't, unless it's written in Grung. I don't think I'll know it.
She's gonna take the talisman and go up to Bonnie
Okay.
and hold up the talisman with this questioning look of, is this something that's supposed to be in the hat or not?
She would kind of just give that look of... It's just an immediate, like, what the fuck? She would just go, no, that's not supposed to be in the hat. Mind if I take a look at that? And she would,
I don't know what language it is.
she would grab the talisman to see if she can get a look at it. And, she kind of just give that look of like, what the fuck is this language? She would just go, she would just look at you and just kind of go, I don't know this language either. I've been reading into new languages. I don't know this one.
Chihiro holds out her hand and just, I might have one way of finding out. But I'm gonna need somewhere that I can meditate.
Right. You know what? Nobody's been using the guest bedroom, for now, because normally Mr. Streelk, sleeps in there. But, you could just sleep there for now. Or, you know, meditate in there for now, if you need to.
Thank you. She takes the talisman and heads to the guest bedroom.
Alright.
I want to know how destroyed that place is.
Out of curiosity, does Triok overhear his room being used with his tabaxi ears?
Yeah, I wouldn't feel like you're that far away. You're still making your way. You're, like, currently walking towards that middle door when that's being said. Yeah.
I feel like how the timeline would go is Triok would just kind of stop, turn around, and he'll just say, I'm sorry, you can use what now? And then hero runs off.
She would just go,
Use what?
she would just go, it's fine. You never really went out of your way to decorate it or put anything personal in your room, from my understanding, so if she meditates, I think it'll be fine. It's a good quiet area, at least.
Drake like kind of grumbly mumbles something about how he likes being the only one in there because he keeps it so tidy. He just turns around.
She's
and
not
heads to the
gonna
middle
do
floor.
anything. She's gonna sit in the middle of the floor. Oh my god.
It's just
You know what I want to
Streelk being
see?
a little
How many
guy.
great X damage marks are to the to the walls and floor of this fucking cat going wild as he's trying to fight somebody in the dark?
That's a wonderful question, actually.
Oh man. So you pull
Well, I
open,
guess we're about to find out.
you tear up the carpet, and you look underneath the carpet at the floorboards, and there's 27 stab wounds. No. So I'm gonna be honest, because I know Anya's little bit right here will probably take less time than this bit with Florent. I'm gonna jump and just go ahead and get that out of the way real quick. I think that makes sense.
Go for it.
Yeah, so you will make your way over into the guest bedroom. You can see where, similar to Lachlan's area, it's a pretty similar setup. Because, again, it's something like, he kind of gives them the same stuff that he has, and if they want to add anything extra to their rooms, they can. Probably because Streelk has that mindset of, like, at least the older Streelk used to have that mindset of, like, well, whatever the master gives me is more than enough. And if I want more, then I'm simply too selfish for his needs. Type of thought process. Because you can see he has the exact fucking setup. There's not a thing different. He even has the fucking portrait. portraits. No, he doesn't have the portrait. That's the one thing he doesn't have. But yeah, you can see, yeah, it's about the same, honestly. If there was any damage that he's ever done into his, like, room area, he's probably gone out of his way to clean it up and get it repaired as soon as possible. Yeah, you can do your thing. I'm guessing, are you using, comprehend language? Is that what you're using?
I don't have comprehend language.
Okay.
I was actually going to meditate to my patron.
Understood. So, you can 100%, like, you know, meditate to your patron. You would just kind of, like, go into that trance, and it wouldn't even take that long. He would bring you into his, like, domain pretty quickly. I'm not going to re-describe how you got into the domain. It's the same thing as before, where it's just that rippling effect and that, yeah. But yeah, he would just kind of look to you and just kind of go, did you need something?
I found a talisman and I don't know what it says, but I think it might be linked to the person that went missing at the same time as my companions and I.
You would see him kind of reach for, like, you know, reach for the talisman, essentially.
He hands it to him.
Hell yeah. You'd see him just kind of take a look at it. And you would see him just kind of go, well, this is interesting. It simply means 2 words. For brother.
Oh.
Yeah, for
Can
brother.
you tell me what it does?
And you would see him just kind of look to you and just kind of go, from what I can tell, it seems to have kept him completely hidden. Possibly similar to that of a cast without trace, except it affected in a room, an area. So, considering I know your current situation and what you're looking into, he most likely used it, or he, or she, or they. It'd be rather presumptuous of me to assume. They most likely used it to conceal any struggle.
Oh.
So we got like a power buffed pass without trace being used.
Yeah. It's kind of like a pass without trace plus a, there is a spell, and I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I think it's literally just called, like, silence, where you can just, you know, fucking, like, within a radius, you can just remove all sound. It is, like, the bane of any vocal, like, you know, magic caster.
Oh,
Natural
yeah,
human being.
It's gotcha.
Yeah. It's kind of a mix of those two spells, essentially.
Oh yeah, no, silence is definitely one of the spells that can absolutely destroy spellcasters.
Yep.
It's my favorite way to chase some enemies in Baldur's Gate 3, I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, valid, dude. I get it. Oh, man. But yeah. He would just look to you and just go, should we try and see if you can remember my name?
Sure.
Let's give it a try.
What am I rolling?
Roll me. We're gonna, you know what? Let's just do this, because I don't think I gave you a proper roll last time. Let's give it a charisma save. You're a warlock, you are his warlock. I think it makes sense.
Da-ba-da-da-da-da.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop.
Oh my god!
Oh?
What'd you get? Is it a nat 20?
It's a nat 18. Dirty 24.
Oh, sick!
Go!
Okay. So, you can hear it clear as day. As you hear him say, my name is Scorboros Unix.
Fucking Christ. Jesus.
Scorboros Unix.
She would repeat it back.
It's that thing of, like, you can't really see a smile on this guy, but you can feel, like, it's that, like, it's similar to that thing of, like, Yavina when she smiles. You can get that feeling that there is a smile that has crept upon his face, seeing that you actually were able to understand him this time. And you see him just kind of go, well, it's good to see you can once again hear my name.
The hero would just look particularly proud of herself as well.
Yeah.
And there would honestly be that sense of relief.
Yeah. And this is the fun thing. You would see him just look to you and just kind of go, before I send you off, since you have accomplished it, I think it's only fair that I reward you and your friends. And you see him raise his hand. And you can feel this almost undead, but somehow holy light kind of start to form from his hand. And this is the hand that isn't holding his spear, so this is his left hand. And you'd see it form around his palm, and then he would crush it. As each one of you will gain a level up. As you can level up by one.
Yay!
Yeah,
I'm
good
gonna
job.
multi-clap. No, just kidding. Let's go, Anya.
Hell yeah!
Fuck
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
Anya.
I can take a feat. Yeah.
Yeah. You just go, I think you've earned it. And you might need it for later down the road.
Fuck it,
The
I'm
hero
giving myself
looks
20
very
traits.
pleased and happy as she's just, thank you.
You're welcome.
I get the blood adrenaline phase.
No. You follow near.
Can I get sun's adrenaline?
Oh, that's real funny, man. Keep checking.
No. I had to. I thought that was
man.
too funny to turn off.
Oh, but that also the fake laugh came out way too fucking aggressive on that first one. That was them both like, no. Yeah, no, that would be possible, sadly enough for you.
Yeah, you said no. No, it's totally fair.
Yeah.
Squat
yeah.
nimbleness, bitch.
In my world, if you want something like that, you'd either shoot me, bang.
Okay.
You would either need to somehow find out about Yavina's existence, which is unknown to my world, or
I'll fix
you
that.
follow the goddess of blood and lust in my world, which is Yanisha.
Alright.
So.
Give me your powers, bitch.
Now, we're gonna keep this rolling. Yeah, that is the information you'll get as you'll kind of leave your trance. While all that meditation was going on, though, we're gonna hop over to the others. As you guys were talking with Florent, you'd kind of just enter this office room, and you can tell he has had his hands full from like this whole escapade that's been going on, because this man, there was like 3 desks, right? There was like desks and file cabinets and bookshelves everywhere, like going across the walls, and not 3 desks, sorry. It is like a desk that does like, you know, like how there's the L-shaped desks? It's like that, but instead of just an L, it makes a literal U. Like, it is like an L and then taking another L one and like putting them together, essentially. That's what that is like. So, you can see him, like, he has like bags under his eyes, as he's surrounded at this desk with piles of paperwork. And you will see this man. As you see this man, in the picture here, as you would see a guy in a black kimono. There's not really any special decoration. It is just literally just a pitch black kimono, kind of like whitish skin, A little tan because he has been outside a decent amount. He's a bouncer at the end of the day, but he normally does more inside bouncing because of the whole casino thing. Black hair that kind of like droops down near in front of his left eye, but the rest of it is basically tied up backwards. Basically, it's getting slicked back because he has a lot of it in like one big bushy ponytail. These black, thick, like eyebrows that are constantly kind of furrowed. These like kind of like greenish bluish eyes. And is like well taken care of, pretty chiseled chin. Could cut some cheese with that, just gonna say. Pretty well toned and well built, by the way. Like he's not like a bulky, massive guy, but he's not a lean build. He's at like good average in between muscle build. Yeah, that's the guy you're kind of like dealing with right now. He's just kind of like sitting there, just tired from all this.
Alright, I'm gonna make a mental note of that kimono as Streak just walks into the room and he'll say, Mr. Florets, may I pull you away from your work for a second?
He'll just kind of like look up, and you see it's that thing like he didn't even move his head. He just kind of like looks up directly with his pupils, just kind of like moving his eyes up. And you see him just kind of go, "You're back.
Yes.
Where's Mr. Blair?"
Your guess is as good as mine, unfortunately. Me and Dope, along with one other, we woke up in the middle of nowhere with our memories erased. But we made our way back here and we've been informed of the current situation.
Right. I was hoping the lot of you went for some spree last-second vacation because he's done this before, but that sounds like that's not the case. Alright.
Nope.
No.
Just don't. Just no.
Likely now.
Unless he
Understood.
went alone. For some reason.
If there's one thing I do know about him is that he wouldn't leave by himself. So that much I can doubt. That being said, if he's not here, this is a lot more dark than what I was hoping. Right.
We're looking for leads, clues, anything like that.
Have you checked the bedroom by chance? Managed to find anything there if you have?
Oh, we just did. I wouldn't be surprised if we already knew the same as what most of you already do, that some kind of scuffle at least occurred.
It definitely seems that way. There was definitely some sort of scuffle, and by the looks of it at least. But I can't really tell too much else. If you... I'm going to be quite honest, I know Bonnie at least... I heard at least kind of somewhat you talking with Bonnie in the hallway. But I wasn't too sure if that was actually you, so this does at least confirm that much. So you lost your memories?
Yes. That
Understood.
is correct. Come to think of it, there is rather one odd detail I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
The sword mark on the wall. If I had to guess, it was made by something with a long sword, like a katana.
I can actually confirm that's most likely a katana. I've taken a look at it myself, and I've been able to compare it to some of the blades we have for some of the other bouncers in the process. I tend to use more of a warglaive, personally, but some of the men that we work with downstairs, whenever they're at the training grounds, it's been a long night.
Understandable.
They do use katanas. I did measure it, and it fit perfectly.
Okay, Nits, this is probably gonna come out of nowhere, but can I make an insight check?
Go for it.
Look, I'm just gonna say this right now. The odds of two people wearing kimonos is very high. But considering we don't have that many leads right now, I'm just gonna... just in case.
No, it's valid. It's valid.
Alright.
I see what you
That
get.
is, dirty 17.
Okay, cool. So the dirty 17, yeah, you can kind of pick up that he doesn't seem to be lying. The way you can normally tell with this sort of thing is normally like eyes will be averting, or for some people when they lie, there's always some type of tell with people. Eyes. I feel like a lot of people misunderstand. A lot of people just go, "Oh, well, they're not looking at giving you eye contact, so that must mean they're lying." Every person has their own special tell. That is always something about human nature. You're not picking up anything. So either he's got a really damn good poker face, or he's not lying. It's one of the two. But it feels like he's telling the truth. It feels like he's being genuine.
Okay, got it. Cool. So Strick will just go. Please, is there any other clues, leads?
Well,
Literally anything?
sadly enough for us, all we've had to work with is that one singular scene. Do you remember anything? If you've gone missing and you didn't, take him, I don't believe you would. Neither of you seemed like the type of people to do that. Do you remember anything from your past that, during all that might have become of use? Any physical traits? Anything like that? Because we have nothing. I've been trying to piece something together and I don't have much to work with myself.
I mean, other than learning of my embarrassing murderous history, no.
Yeah, your past is a little messy. But if I'm going to be quite frank, a decent amount of people here at this mansion have a bit of a messy past.
I can see that.
So nothing. You don't know anything about well, I'm assuming a lot. I'm already saying killer because I don't know if kidnapper. We should go with that for now.
I will mention. We have a third companion. They're looking into something they found. I believe they went to go speak to their god and see if their god could help them understand with what they found.
Huh.
But we walked over here to speak to you, and they stayed behind a moment.
Understood. Well, you know what?
More for transparency. It's just like Tom just being stood.
You were just kind of like, you can see him thinking there for a minute. He just go, did other people get caught up in this besides just people of the manor?
A girl from the Grilled Tavern who disappeared a while ago appeared with us.
A girl from the Grilled a while ago?
Tahira, do you remember her?
Tahira. I remember the master talking about a Tahira years ago, but she disappeared long before I started working here. I mean, that's 40 years ago.
She's down the hall.
Right, well, we
the lawful, he's just being honest.
Streak's head would just kind of twitch, and he'll just say, okay. Well, that certainly explains why she woke up with us then.
Most likely, if she's... God, I hate that she's been caught up with that. People outside the manor, that's a different problem of itself. Right, well, considering she's a friend of the master's, most likely they might have just seen her as a threat, maybe, or... She wasn't visiting the manor that night, so it wouldn't make sense for... What the fuck happened?
Perhaps.
Right, well, how about this? I have an idea that might help, at least. So, as of now, a lot of our people, we've gone through a few bouncers that have both quit and also continue to work for us throughout the years. We're constantly rehiring people. Some people move on, some people don't. Obviously, like you, Streak, and Dope, who have been here for, a good time. And even after the original due time of hirement of a year went by, you continue to stay. Not everybody does that.
I do remember, I do know some details about at least the man who dragged us into the woods and dropped us off. We were found by a tribe, and they decided to help us instead of kill us.
Okay, that makes a big difference. So what do you remember about the person?
Now, this is me as a physical person having to remember this, because for those that remember, in the previous episode, I lost access to my fucking sheet, so
yeah.
I'm physically having to remember.
It's okay, I got you, Acrid.
Hey, guess what? I've got it written down.
Drake would just kind of bring up just saying some weird purple magic shit and a kimono.
Purple magic,
I believe a kimono. a bluish kimono, I believe is what it was, and it had a turtleneck, I believe, or something of the sort.
All
And he
right.
had swirling purple magic, purple black magic, and purple eyes.
All right. Well, that narrows down some things. If it's people from the manor, possibly, that could be suspected, that removes Aura. She normally doesn't wear kimonos to begin with, but she does wield a katana. That would get rid of Avondale. He doesn't have anything purple related at all. Wait a second. And you see him just kind of like rummaging through these papers for a bit. As he just kind of like, you can see him like basically going through like a file cabinet of things. Where they probably have like records, that sort of thing. Just kind of like rummaging through it. And you'd see him eventually come to this like piece of paper. Right? And you'd see him just kind of go, purple eyes, blue kimono. There was a man that worked for us, around, for the majority of the time that I worked. I think he was hired similar time around me, but he quit a year or two ago, somewhere around there. He went by the name of Zinster, or Zinstar. People couldn't really ever nail his name properly. He worked with us for a few years. He was a bouncer, and when his brother started to lose health in the hospital, and well, after his passing, he quit. Zidel Zinster, yeah, this is the full name. But I haven't seen him in years. If I remember correctly, he moved to Millport.
I think also we were told he was about 6 feet tall.
6 feet. Oh, I fucking hope that's not him. That fits his height.
Okay, Streak would just kind of very suddenly slam his fist on the desk.
On the desk.
And he'll just say, as he like looks up to him, and he'll just say, "Where's Millport located?"
My papers. Right.
Dope's
Millport.
gonna help us. Just like Dope reaches up and starts like straightening a few of them that got fucked up.
I appreciate it.
It's just not a word said. He's just doing it.
Yeah. He would just kind of look the stroke and just go, 3 days away, there's a town called Millport. It's a little bit of a smaller town. If I remember correctly, he isn't living directly in the town itself, but more of like a day out of it. So if you're going on the path, you should be able to look around for a dirt path that's been made purely by him. You should be able to find him there. You might be able to question him.
I understand. And
Dolb's
if he
gonna
is
walk
the
out
one
and go get
who
Tahira.
puts us through this whole godforsaken mess, there will be no god to stop what I will do to him.
Near will.
Buddy.
People just snap.
No, I don't say that. I don't say that. I don't say that. I don't say that. Not gaming. Not gaming.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I will mention Dope. Like this is one of the few times Dope honestly agrees.
That's fair.
Strictly to also add, just saying, I refuse to let the man who saved me perish today soon. If this then I will kill Zinsta if he's the culprit.
Get your information. Be careful about what you do. If it is him, he was a shinobi. That's not going to be a fun fight.
Dope was gonna go get Tahira, see what she found out.
Alright. So,
Streak
I'm
would-
Huh?
Streak would like slowly take his hand off the desk as he slowly kind of rises back up standing. He'll just say, "It matters not who he is. All it matters is something to take all this rage on." And he'll just kind of leave the room. He'll just kind of open the door so hard it just kind of slams shut itself.
Alright. So yeah, you guys will make your way over to Tahira. As you kind of storm out the room essentially to go check on her. She would be starting to come out of her trance at this point.
I calmly opened the door.
Yeah, yeah. So you majestically and calmly, and gracefully, may I add, open this door.
Tahira.
Yeah, Tahira would be coming out of the trance at this point. You'd start like opening your eyes essentially at this point.
Tahira just
Tahira?
blinks a few times, just shakes her head a bit, looks down at the talisman. Oh dear.
What'd you find?
Huh? Oh, nothing good.
Please elaborate.
Elaborate?
She sets the talisman down. This basically acts as a preventative measure for not being able to track people in silence. There
Right.
was no way anyone would have been able to hear.
Can I check that talisman?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can read it, but
It is actually funny enough written in Grung.
Ah,
you would just see Dope just look at us. Poor brother.
oh. Wasn't.
Wait a fucking minute.
Oh, fucking hell!
Yes.
This is all man.
Confusion
That
at
should-
the aggression.
Hey, Tahira. Dope would just lift his hand.
Purple-eyed son of a
Hey,
bitch.
hey,
Tahira
hey,
just kind of shies away.
hey, hey, hey. Dope turns around. Hey, breathe, damn it. He just go, Tahira, we've gotten information from the man in the middle of the room. While you were here grabbing this, we were told about someone. Someone who had a brother. Someone who has purple eyes, was a shinobi, and used to work here and wore a blue kimono. And it was also mentioned that when his brother died, he quit. Seen, and you're saying, I'm guessing you were also told that this said for brother.
Yes.
I'm surprised it's written in Grung. I don't know. Then again, it's not a common language. Only Grungs would be able to know it.
I mean, my patron knew it. She just takes the talisman back.
He's going to... He's like, we need to find a way to that city.
Do you have an image of what the person looked like? Maybe I can talk to Isgard and see what he knows.
Dolb's gonna go back and talk to the man who's trying to keep this shit under wraps and keep us from losing our necks, probably.
Yeah. So when you start coming out of that room, right, you start making your way back to the middle room, you would see that Bonnie is standing there at the door with the door open, kind of just shell-shocked. And you can see Kondo kind of just has like her left hand on her shoulder.
Huh?
Tahira
Kinda like-
just walks up to Bonnie and just gives her the hat.
Alright.
I feel like as Streak just kind of walks up, he has right now currently was best described his resting bitch face.
Dolb is
It-
heading into that room.
He'll just kind of walk. Oh, so just say, what happened?
If you take a look, you'll understand. So Tahira, you're giving. I'm gonna knock this all at once. This is gonna be the thing, because I'm gonna be honest. She's gonna be fucking. She's like shocked. She ain't gonna give a fucking word to you. I'm just gonna describe this, right? So Tahira, while you're giving the hat to her, her hands are essentially not moving. They don't go to grab onto it. Nothing. Dope, you're the first one that actually goes to look into the room, so you'll probably be the first one to notice. Then Strilk, then Tahira, probably is my understanding. When you walk in, you see that Florent is now beheaded, as his body is still standing up, but his head is on the floor, as it looked like he was reaching for his katana. Or not his katana, sorry, his warglaive. But did not actually get to grab it in time. So yeah.
Okay.
Dope
I-
he just starts twitching
Yeah.
as Dope just goes, by fucking here, I'm going to resolve this.
Tahira's gonna look and see if she can find another talisman.
I think
Yeah,
Streak
fair.
would just kind of start to lose his shit at this point.
Roll me
30,
investigation, by the way.
16.
Okay.
And he's just going to say, just, what is the meaning of this? And he'll just kind of suddenly break away, and he'll just say, I'm going to alert every single damned employee here! Sure, this manor is being shut down if I can help it! Nobody's leaving here!
Yep. So, while you go off to go do that, right? Train, huh? For Anya, Tahira, you will find that there is another talisman. Once again, it is written in Grung.
Can she compare the writing to see if they're the same?
You can. You would see that it's definitely saying something different.
She just walks up to Dobe, hands him the talisman. Read it.
Hold on, I need to see if Dope's even still here. He was gonna head and go do something else because he's there's a different type of fury he's now having. He would have been still there for a moment, so he'll grab it and look at it.
Okay. You would see that it would say, specifically, you look too far.
Oh.
He died as we talked to him.
Takes the talisman back.
You looked too far. Stroke.
I hate to be that guy, but Streak is already gone, going to alert the employees.
Okay.
Alright, so Dolb is going to dash after him,
Okay.
if I can.
Yeah, you can make a dash. I'm imagining both of y'all are probably running at this point if I'm getting an understanding.
Can I double dash?
Yes. So there's like non-combat. I don't think that would be possible, sadly enough.
No.
I will say this. So I'm going to ask because there's different areas where you can find employees at. There's obviously the guards like that are up in the front gate that watch stuff, as well as the trollkin. So there's the guards outside. There is also like the people inside, which are not normally guards, but more of like the maids and things like that. So you can head to like the quarter, like like the lounge area for like the employees, where people kind of like relax, if that's where you're going, or you could head towards the guard area. But those are like the two main areas where you can probably guarantee finding the most people.
Okay, I feel like in this kind of situation, Strick would immediately try. He would he's gonna prioritize those who don't fight that often in this case.
Okay.
So he's just gonna go to the lounging area. And how many people are there, just out of curiosity?
There are 4 different cleaning maids that are in there, and there is like essentially like not really the butler, because there's only like one proper butler, but kind of like the assistant butler that kind of like worked whenever you weren't there, type of thing. And you can see where there's like 2 private chefs. So.
Okay, got it. Drake would just kind of slam the doors open, which I'm sure will probably just kind of get like the attention of everyone in the room.
That would, yes.
And he'll just quickly skid it. He'll just say, "There's been a murder! Get to safety now!"
You would see them just kind of like shoot eyes to each other, like, where the fuck do we go? Like in this type of thing, you would see like you would see the assistant butler just gonna go, with all due respect, where do we go? This has never happened.
Oh, for God's sake, get creative, man! And he'll just leave.
So at this point, Dolb's going to damn near fucking tackle you.
Alright.
It's that thing of if you ran down the stairs, Dolb was basically if there's a balcony area, like an area that he could jump down instead of using the stairs, he was doing that.
Fair.
Like
Gotcha.
he was relying on his dexterity because he's like, bitch, you're faster than me, but I can do this. I
Gotcha.
can skip some walking. He is going to grab Sugar like, don't tell another fucking soul.
What do you think you're doing?
He would look at it as like the talisman on his body said you looked too far. He died because we talked to him.
I feel like Streak would just kind of go pale at this point.
That's
Just
why
rage
I
and
tried to stop you. I understand your concern, but now we need to get those people to the Temple of Nier, if possible. Because if anyone's going to be able to protect people from someone who's moving unseen, it's going to be the Temple of the Sun. And he's going to open that fucking door as quickly as he fucking can.
Streak will just like kind of walk in the room, clap his hands, and he'll say, "Change of plans. Who's up for a surprise road trip?"
Yeah, you can see where like the assistant butler was like he was like trying to figure out what to do. Like he had like one of the maids in a barrel. Like maybe in here.
All of you,
Yeah.
come with us quickly. And he was gonna go get Bonnie now.
Understood.
Hero
I'll go
would
get
have
Bonnie.
And he is
The hero would be with Bonnie.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
But still, it's still the like, all of you, we're going to the Temple of Nier together. Trust me on this, please. And just like, and he is going to, after that, leave them with Stroke and head outside, because he's got a fucking paladin he needs to find.
I feel like Streak will definitely go back up to at least help get Bonnie and Tahira at this point.
Yeah. All right.
Are
yeah.
you sure about that?
Yes?
Every time somebody has been left alone, they have been killed.
This is also true.
You'll be fine.
Don't leave them alone. Don't trusting you with them.
I've...
All right. So.
Wait, I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and ask this right now before I forget. Are the employees going outside at this point?
The employees will start making their way outside. Yes, two of the maids are having to get out of the barrel because he somehow managed to get two of them in a barrel.
How in the fuck? God damn, that is some fucking butlering. Jesus.
He was trying. He was trying, man.
He was told get creative. He said, "I barrels."
Yeah. He had like two human like maids basically get in there like you'll fit maybe I don't know. He was really struggling trying to get the half orc in though. They're a little bit bigger.
Okay, as Drake just kind of heads back upstairs to the crime scene.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's still pretty much mostly the same. Tahira and Bonnie are just kind of there.
Yeah, them and Kondo. Kondo is also there. She was.
Tahira would just
Bonnie.
quickly put his hand on Bonnie's shoulder, and he'll just say, "We need to go now." Is Bonnie still, important question, is Bonnie still shocked, like not moving from earlier?
It's kind of the thing of if you pull her, she'll probably move, but she's definitely not.
Okay,
she's
screw
not
it.
here mentally.
Okay, screw it. Streak is just gonna say, "Oh, blast it. I apologize for doing this without your consent, but this is an emergency." And he's gonna do like just carry her.
That's fair.
Immediately. I got 20 strength now. I feel like it's reasonable that I could just do it on the spot.
Yeah, I won't make you roll with athletics one. She is a little bit on the skinnier side, so I don't think that's really too much to try and do. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna say this because I don't think I think Anya was trying to do something.
Oh, I could not
Oh,
hear
gotcha.
her. Did she say something? What did she say?
I heard it too, but it was super quiet.
I was saying, okay, so we're just ignoring that Tahira is with Bonnie at the moment and would kind of know what's going on.
I don't. I mean, at least I, as a DM, I can't really say much to it because I'm just playing the things out. But
The hero would already be working on it.
okay,
She doesn't know how
Oh.
many people Streelk would have told. Her focus is getting Bonnie out because Bonnie is obviously traumatized.
gotcha.
Oh,
All right.
okay, I got you.
I-
I mean,
I
if you
will-
want easy recon, just have Tahira and Bonnie just kind of on their way downstairs when Streak meets up with them, if that works.
I'd say by the time that, yeah, I'd say like around the time that you've started trying to make your way over, they would probably be like down the stairs at this point. So I think that's fair.
Okay,
I'll
fair
be,
enough.
It was
I-
also that thing of I was waiting for a shift in position back to Tahira.
Yeah, I was trying to find a good spot to do that. I'm gonna be honest, there was so much talking going on. It was actually kind of hard to find a good way to do it, and the people were starting to jump the gun and saying, "Well, I do this anyways," and I didn't get to say shit.
There are 3 of us. We need to keep that in mind.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Understood. My
yep.
apologies.
My bad, bro.
Yeah, you're all good. Normally, just before you, this is actually something I guess I should say as a person, but if you ever want to, like, go for something, 100% always down for that. Just let me know so that way I can actually transition it, because I did not get to transition that at all. Yeah, 100%
no,
though. I get the reason, though, because high enthusiasm, things are up in the rise, it's fucking crazy right now. I get it.
I get it too, but it's still that thing of there's 3 of us. At least one of us was in a different area with the person who was of concern.
Yeah. It's also on me, though, because I did not transition properly, so that's also partially on me, so,
You have a lot going on.
I'm trying. We're gonna keep this rolling, though, because right now we're trying to vibe, and that's what fucking matters at the end of the day. Yeah, so Tahira, you will basically kind of just, like, get a hold of her and kind of just, like, help her down the stairs, essentially, just kind of, like, not really quite dragging, but, like, you know, like, she'll take a step and you,
Tahira
like,
is
drag her with
very
her type of thing.
carefully, very calmly guiding Bonnie out, looking at Kondo like, we need to get her out of here and away from this so that she can regain some kind of cognizance.
Yeah.
Just, not so big words.
Yeah. Smaller words. Just imagine it yourself.
Damn. Man.
I am not somebody who naturally dumbs things down. I apologize.
Nah, you're good.
Why not?
Gotcha. Streak would just kind of say, "Oh, good. That saves some time," and he'll just dash outside.
Really fair. Yeah, so
And
Mhm.
I do want to do one thing with the guards really fast.
I
When
gotcha.
we're kind of heading our way out, Streak will just walk up to them and he'll just say, "Listen, you're suspended for the week with pay. Don't worry about going in. Don't worry about going in for the rest of the week. You'll be fine. Take the rest of the week off now."
I'm guessing this is something Mr. Florence put out with the whole finance thing.
Take the rest of the week off.
Okay. You'd see just the troll can open the open the gate again. Just as he kind of like grab the two, and just go, "Come on, we're going."
I as much as it's like this, like, oh, it's spooky, stabby man. You're not one tapping a trollkin. I don't give a damn.
Yeah. But yeah, he'll get those two going and just kind of away from the estate, as you guys will kind of bring the rest over to the near temple.
And
Tahira would honestly bring Bonnie to the Grilled Tavern
Okay,
to try to get her to calm down a bit.
that's actually fair.
Dolb is going to talk to Shukan,
Yes.
and he is going to be explicitly vague on purpose,
Yeah.
which is probably at least a cue in for her that there's more going on and he can't say shit right now.
She is okay. So I'm gonna bounce between two things. There are two things here. She would
Yeah.
give you a nod, just kind of like, I get it. Like, you don't
Like,
say anything. I get it.
Please protect them. They're in danger.
Yeah.
And see, like, just keep them near people who are very aware.
You can see the the other paladin that you guys have seen before, the one that actually like the main captain paladin. You see her just kind of give that nod, like from the back, just like, well, I'll keep an eye on them.
All right, please don't die.
Yeah. As for Isgard, with Bonnie, Isgard would kind of just like essentially just let Bonnie just kind of stay in the back essentially and just try to calm herself down.
Yeah,
He can't.
Tahira would literally just go up and just, Isgard, we have a problem.
What's going on?
She needs a place to decompress.
I understand. All right, well, Bonnie, come here. You can come down to the back area. Miss Yenny, she isn't on a shift. You know, how about you hang out with her for a little bit, all right? You just kind of like take her to the back. And he still has to run the counter because it is like midday, so he would have to come back to the counter. But she'll hang out with Yenny for the time being, essentially.
Tahira would also just have this look of, there's something more, but I don't know if it's safe to tell you, based on what I've heard.
You just kind of give you that smile. Just go, I don't think you need to say anything. I think your face is enough. Don't worry about it. You head along. Do what you need to do. Come back safe.
Okay. She would also just set down Lachlan Blair's hat.
Alright.
Just as a, when she actually calms down enough, give that to her.
You know I will. He'd take the hat and just kind of like set it behind the counter for now. Till then.
Tahira just gives a small smile, turns to Kondo, and just, okay, now.
Kondo would just kind of look to you and just kind of go, well, we should head back to the Temple of Nir so we can meet up with the others. And Lilma's probably back on the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where Lilma was doing that. She might have still been helping the people with the whole acidic house and all that. So, we should meet up with them.
Fair enough. Let's go.
That man did not deserve to die, you fuckness.
Side note, I feel like Strick would probably go to the Church of Nir, and like everyone could just see him. He is just walking around in a circle, looking pissed off. You know, like the classic trick of like when you're angry, count from 1 to 10 before you do something.
Yeah.
Strick is up to 2,139 counting right now.
Tahira still also has both talisman.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you still have both the
'Cause-
talisman. Sorry.
She's sitting here thinking, this is probably important.
Probably. At the very least, it's kind of like a thing is he's still using it to make the magic, but he's still leaving you notes essentially.
This motherfucker wants to die.
But yeah, you guys have been told where you could find him, but with the murder comes into the question of, is he already here? So, I guess the next question for you guys is, what's your plan?
I'm going to pray to Nir.
Alright. Yeah,
I'm going to kill someone if they approach me wrongly.
Dolb is just straight up going to the... It is more of the, He knows that Nir is a lot more on the, lawful and, justice side of things.
Yes, this is true.
So, he really just sits there, and it's the thing of, he just sits there and, like, kind of does a meditation. He's like, I'm not expecting an answer. Because I'm not a cleric, I'm not a paladin.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking rogue. But, full body, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe I can get something here.
So I guess just roll me a... You're just trying to reach out to a god that you don't really follow. Just roll me a flat... roll me a flat 20.
I do follow near.
Oh, well, you do fall. Oh, yeah, no, you fall near. It's just you're not like, okay, well, then just. I guess we're a religion check.
Yeah, +1.
Yeah,
God, I'm not. I have this plus.
You got this.
I have no faith in my ability to roll.
I have faith.
So, anyways, I get hit in the head with. I get kicked in the head by Lilmer.
What, nat one?
Yep.
Alright, so, as you begin trying to pray, you feel like a, like, iron grip come onto your left shoulder.
Oh, no.
And she would just go, where were you? Why are you here? Why didn't you tell me that you're going to be heading back to the church?
He stands up,
You should have told me.
cranks his neck around.
Nobody told me. Trying to get rid of me?
Were you?
I, as a paladin of Near, was helping the person whose house was burnt down. I didn't see you making work.
Tahira just walks up and she's just, we were finding out information about Lachlan Blair. You need to actually sit down and listen for once.
Okay. So what'd you find out?
Wait. No, just as like, of course she listens to her. Whatever. Like, just fuck it.
Who took Lachlan Blair? But there's a problem.
Mhm.
Everybody who finds out the description is
Poofed.
in grave danger.
Why?
Tahira stares at her with this expression of, you are far more intelligent than me. Put the pieces together.
You don't know that.
I'm
Paladins.
gonna be real. She actually has a worse intel stat than you.
Seriously?
No, paladins either lack int or they lack wisdom.
Her
Or
dump
dex.
stat with intel. Everything else is a +3 or higher. But that intel, oh.
Tahira just looks at her and just... The one person we spoke to was decapitated.
Who in the name of Near? And you see her
I'm
kick the
working
door
on-
down
we're working
and dart
on
up
it.
into the sky.
Get back here.
You see, like, she's up there for like a minute or two, and she's just like darting in a random direction, and then you see her do a fucking U-turn and start diving back and just slam into the ground. She just go, where? Where are we going?
We
Follow
don't know!
us.
Did you at least see the culprit?
No!
We
Be patient for once. We don't know yet.
know where to go.
I feel
Oh.
like if you in the background, you could just hear Strick just kind of going.
Dole. 6 seconds. All right. So he gave us. They gave us the information that we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Once we're out of town, I can tell you.
Understood.
We need to. And he would say the name, like the name of the city.
Okay. Milford.
Milford. He'll go, we need to get to Milford.
All right.
There's other issues to it.
Understood. Then we should get going now.
What's the fastest way to Milford? Other than flying.
You see, like, she was about to say flying, like she had her like hand up, like.
I feel like when we leave, there's something else a bit more important, like finding somebody who's, you know, a little bit more skilled in talisman.
Talisman.
Oh.
Hmm.
Maybe we can find out how the talisman were made.
That's fair.
Like, what strength of person are we up against type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a reason she's still got a death grip on these things.
That's fair. That's fair.
I just got a stupid idea.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Can I just roll perception just to see if the motherfucker's here?
Sure, man. I will say, by the way, that she would just kind of go, well,
13.
there is a shinobi that retired a few years ago. Maybe they would know. Maybe.
Oh, really? Is it? Who?
They do live in the capital. Right. I'm gonna be honest. They don't go to the Chapel of Nearth. I never really bothered with their name.
Okay, where are they?
With me! And she just kicks the door down again.
Alright, let's go, everyone.
You can hear like the follower near her just go, God damn it!
This is likely the 8th time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here
It's
just
out.
has this expression of, are you fucking serious?
Dope just has this expression of anyways and walks out. Like, he walks like...
Oh man. What was that perception, by the way? You said you had rolled a perception, correct?
13 was his
13.
perception.
13, okay. Yeah, if he is here, you don't see him.
Oh yeah, I figured. Yeah, I know. This man
Yeah.
snuck up on Florent, and no, we're not spotting him.
That is fair. Also, you said you had an idea, Dylan?
Okay,
Uh-huh.
this might have to be later, like when we're on our way to Milford.
Mhm.
If my memory is correct, I learned that Streak it's not exactly a follower of the god of death, Kostin? I think was the name?
Koskin.
Koskin.
Yeah.
Is there a shot to ask him, hey, can you help me kill this one specific motherfucker?
The god of death. You can roll me a... Since you don't follow him specifically from my understanding, but more of like, you just kind of like, that's the one that you show the most acknowledgement to. Roll me just a flat 20, and let's see what you get.
Okay.
You kind of need to like, I guess, pray to him. So it's kind of like a meditation.
I will probably step outside of the church for this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say you're doing this like while everybody else is doing all that other stuff that was happening right before you guys leave for the talisman. That's how we'll recon this real quick.
Got it.
Cool,
Alright, I'm
cool.
prepping my D20, and that is 11.
11. You try to reach out to him, but you don't really get any contact. You would know that Koskin, out of any of the gods, is probably one of the hardest to get a hold of. And that is because out of any of the gods, he's probably one of the busiest. Because he is constantly dealing with the, like, line of constantly incoming dead souls. Because he has to, he casts judgment. He's literally that guy that goes, you lived a horrible life, go to hell. You lived a good life, you can go to Nirvana, or you can reincarnate. You're neutral. You can either go in limbo or be reincarnated. That's kind of what he does. But besides that, also just like deeming like, oh, you escaped death 3 times. Go fuck yourself. Hey, you, kill him.
Got it. So because it's not like a flat out rejection, would I be able to try again later?
You might be able to try again later.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, it's
I'll
literally...
go back to church at this point.
Yeah, that's like with most gods. You can like, if you don't get an answer from them yet, just try again later, you might get a hold of them later. So.
Got it.
Yeah.
Gods will never reject you unless you legitimately hate them.
Honestly, even if you hate them, some might still pick up. It's that thing of like the ones that'll reject you is if you did something that would make them hate you. Like you'd have to give them a reason. Like a fucking good one. But yeah. They normally wouldn't just reject someone altogether. It's very rare when that happens. But that being said, you guys can make your way over to the talisman area. It's that thing of like you would walk with her because she wants to fly, but you can see that area now that she thinks about like, why am I walking? I should fly. And then she remembers like, no, I can't.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
As you guys would eventually get to this, like, it is just like, it's just a random home. I'm gonna be straight up honest. It's not like it's a shop. No, it's just some random guy's home.
Okay.
And she would just kind of knock on the door and just go, hey, Hey, I'm coming. Please stop yelling. And you'd see this older guy just kind of open the door. I actually have a picture funny enough for this guy. Don't have it prepped for OBS. Get fucked, visual watchers. It's just an older guy with like a gray beard, like very bushy gray eyebrows, gray hair that's kind of like grown, like, you know, shoulder length, I'd say. But a lot of it's just kind of like brushed backwards. But you can see where that hairline's starting to recede. There's a decent amount of that. And there's like white and gray decaled kimono with like a black like undershirt essentially. A black robe just underneath it essentially. You can see they have some like golden jewelry just kind of like on it for like bracelets and rings essentially. But yeah, he would just kind of open the door. He would just kind of go, "Can I? Oh, gosh, you. What do you need?"
Kira just peeks her head around.
You would see. Let me roll something. You'd see him kind of just like stare at you, Tahira, for a little bit and just go, "I haven't seen you in ages."
I'm sorry I don't remember you, but I'm hoping you might be able to help us.
Yeah, come right in. Sit down, have some tea. We'll talk.
Thank you.
Tea.
Ah.
Go. Tea. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even notice Dope until he speaks because of the height thing. Because this guy's
Oh,
about,
yeah,
like,
no,
6
absolutely.
foot.
I'm like
Yeah.
probably got shucked to the back.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I had in mind.
Yeah, he kind of like looks and just goes, "Oh, I did not see you. Welcome, Dope."
Can I make a history
Oh my
check
God,
on this
Kira
man?
actually rolled well
Yeah.
on her history.
You roll history as well, man.
God fucking. I'm
Also,
not
what'd you
rolling
get
well
on your
tonight.
history, by the way, Tahira?
15.
15. Yeah. So you can actually remember this guy's name. His name is. You knew him as Mr. Ojiro.
Mr. Pajiro.
Yeah. I'll type out his name here real quick.
I got a dirty 16.
Dirty 16. You remember his name, and specifically, you can actually remember a bit about this guy specifically because Tahira remembers him more as like a guy that would pop into the tavern every now and then. He didn't pop. He wasn't like a regular. It was more like once a month he'd kind of pop in and like grab a drink type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
he's-
retired man.
Yeah, he's been around for those 40 years. Like he was like one of their like beginning customers type of people. Like he would show up once a month when they first started opening up the business. So he's been around for a long time. He's probably in his 80s or 90s at this point.
She would just be staring at him for a minute and just, no, I remember you now.
Good to see. By the way, for you, Doe, you can remember that he used to work as a shinobi mercenary for a bit. It's the thing, like, you didn't really work with him per se because you're not old enough to have been around when he was still a mercenary. But he retired like a few years before you started working as a mercenary. But he was pretty well known for what he used to do back then. It was a thing like, it's not like he was some special top, top dog or anything. It was just like he was very well known for the fact that no matter what type of fucking job you gave him, he'd deal with it. He was that guy that was like, "Oh yeah, you want me to like walk with you to a park? Sure, I can do that. You want me to like, I don't know, like kill several hellhounds that have been attacking your farm? I've got you. Oh, you want me to like assassinate a king? Sure, why not?" Like, he was just kind of that guy that really just kind of said basically yes to almost any fucking thing. It was a bad day if he said no to a quest.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, he kind of just like kind of bring you guys over to a table and just kind of like gesture for you guys to sit down. He'd come back in like a few minutes and bring back some tea for people to drink. And you just go, "How can I help you?"
I have a couple of questions. I know that you previously worked on Talisman.
That is true. You was
Did
just
you
in my
take a
line
look
of
at
work.
something to see if it's familiar?
Of course. What do you have? And just
She would pull out the one that says "for brother"
okay.
because she doesn't want the other one to be.
Yeah.
And she would set it down.
He would just kind of look at it and just kind of go, "Well, normally we would use something like this to... We normally use something like this to conceal ourselves if we needed an assassination to be done." I rarely use these, because I didn't really do much assassinations. I did do a few in my time, but it was on people that deserved it at the very least.
I feel like at the mention of assassination, there would just be like a notable jump from Streak. But he's just like trying really hard not to say anything.
That's fair. He would just kind of go, this is some dark magic, I'm going to be honest. That's a mixture of several different forms of spells that typically are only used in very specific dynasties. Normally in the Triad dynasty or the Crux. Where'd you get these from?
We got them from Mr. Blair's estate. One was in Mr. Blair's hat. The other one was left.
I've been hearing about some rumors, and I guess it's true that he must be missing. Well, I hate to be honest, but I'm not... I'd love to tag along and help you, but I wouldn't be of use anymore.
I'm not asking for you to tag along. I'm just...
I know.
If you know who might have made it.
Honestly, with talisman like this isn't very common. At least not here. If I was in the dynasty, it'd be like trying to pick out a needle in a haystack, but with people here... The only man that I knew that used these talisman, at least the ones that I've interacted with, there might be shinobis that are still hidden within the city, but the one that I know of is a man named Zenstar. If he started using these and started creating problems, you might have your suspect.
Do you know anything about him?
Well, he used to work the mercenary corps for a few years. He worked with a man named Florent. Don't know if you've met him. Worked as his partner for a few years, and he had a brother. No, now that I think of it, the last few years after he left the mercenary guild and started working for that noble, he seemed pretty happy until that last year that he worked. It's like things
What
changed.
happened during the last year?
Well, his brother passed away. I remember him talking to me lightly. He used to talk to me very lightly. I remember him mentioning how his brother's health condition is worsening. Something about a slow form of withering brain rot. It was essentially there was a form of magical withering that had grown inside his brain and was essentially eating away at him very slowly. Which is weird, because normally it will kill you within a week, but it was a slow tick. I don't know. I'd imagine that would hurt a man's psyche. I don't know if there's more to that story, because he was a fairly closed-off man, but that's the bit I remember. Besides that, well... he was known to have some tricks under his sleeves, as any shinobi would, that's for sure. Now that I think about it. And he's gonna roll a history check here. I can remember there's one trick that I did see him pull. He seemed to use some form of ability to essentially go corporeal, basically passing through objects without trace. Almost like as if he could... almost like a ghost is a good way to compare it to. And... if we're going to be honest, the last 2 times I saw him before he left, he looked a bit pale. It was like he was lacking any form of blood in his body.
Wait a minute. So Tahira got taken away by a vampire. It's like there's no blood in his body.
Dun, dun, dun.
You motherfucker.
I didn't do anything. I'm over here, minding my business, doing nothing.
Bullshit.
What the hell? But yeah, that's the information he can provide for you guys, essentially.
What's the fastest way to get to Milford from here?
Well, if you're in a hurry,
We are.
good, come with me. And he would actually bring you to the back of his, like, area where he has, like, a backyard. And you would see where he has, like, 3 horses. You'd see him just kind of go, normally, you're not supposed to have horses in the back. But none of the guards want to try and get mad at a shinobi, let alone a retired mercenary. Also, they know it's not worthwhile trying to argue with an old man. You can use the horses. Just go west out of here. You'll get there soon enough. It's near the shore area, somewhat.
I see. Thank you.
You're welcome. And be careful.
You too.
Thank you.
You might be in danger for helping us.
Oh, don't worry about me. I have my own precautions. I might not be physically as able as I used to be, but I have my own little tricks that I can use.
I hope to see you back at the tavern sometime soon, Mr. Ojiro.
I'll see you there then. I'll be there within probably the week or 2. It's about that time to start getting a drink again.
Yay!
Hurry up now. And, yeah.
Yeah, I like to imagine as he says that Streak is already on the horse near the exit of the area.
Valid. Yeah.
So,
Kira is carefully approaching the horses because she's not sure how they're going to react to Dampier.
They don't seem to react. They seem completely fine. It could be because they are trained by a shinobi.
shinobi horses wouldn't give a damn who you are.
Yeah, they're typically, because of the stuff they deal with down the road, typically a little bit more on the stoic side and normally a bit less cautious. So, yeah, it's something like, you can see, like, the horse that you walk up to kind of gives you a little bit of, like, a, huh? And you'll be like, it's fine.
So, I think, Dolb and Tahira would share a horse because they're both small. At least Dolb is going to have to share a horse with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair,
'Cause-
that's fair.
Fucking Kondo gets one, and then Dragon Girl can fly.
Yeah, she can fly.
Makes sense.
And sort her own shit out, goddammit.
I hate to break up this pacing as we're kind of like, yeah, we're gonna fuck him up.
Laundry?
No, I was.
Oh.
You know, come to think of it,
Yeah, your laundry hasn't gone off yet. I was wondering if that was like...
I think the sound might be off. You know what? That's fine. It's almost done. I can easily finish it after this session.
Okay.
Anyways,
Oh.
yeah, but do we need to buy food?
I'm gonna be honest. You check your pockets. He slipped you guys rations.
Let's
Fuck yeah, we go.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get fucking going.
Yeah, it's
What
like
the
kind
wait, hold on, wait, what the fuck's his sleight of hand?
Don't worry about it.
Don't
He's just
question
an
Mr.
old little
Ojiro.
man. Yeah. Don't question him.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
I
Yeah.
just love the idea of like with his passive sleight of hand of 32.
I don't know what he slips to Tahira, because I'm sure he would have noticed.
He slipped you blood vials.
God damn.
He
Oh my God.
he might be the blood guy that that
How
a certain
many
someone
blood
was talking
vials
about.
was she slipped?
13.
What?
He might be the
No.
guy Isgar was talking about.
So she now has 17 blood vials.
Yep.
That simplifies matters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a straight buck. I don't care if you can become a ghost. You don't fuck with that. It's like this max level blood hunter, max level rogue will have words with you.
Oh yeah. Oh man. But yeah, you guys can get on your way. It is like 13 rations for both of you and 13 vials of blood for Tahira, essentially. So yeah, you're good.
we got a 13-day trip.
Yeah, you got a 13-day trip. You guys, not 13-day, huh?
Wait,
No.
yeah, wasn't it 3? I
Yeah,
think.
no,
I thought?
it's 3 day. He just gave you guys 13 rations.
Extra
Oh, okay.
food.
I was just
Yeah.
He's just making sure we're well fed.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Kind old shinobi, don't question
I
it.
was just hanging.
I heard the 13th day, and my brain went like, yeah, 13, hold up.
Wait a minute.
This island just got way longer.
Suddenly
Okay,
it expands. Yeah, what's up?
Nits.
Mm-hmm.
I over the course of these next 3 days, I'm going to assume this is probably a daily thing, but can I continue to make attempts to reach Kofkin?
Yeah, you can, 100%.
Can I also do that with Nero?
You may.
Okay,
I
so
rolled
just
a legend.
flat d20 as usual.
Yeah, flat D20 for you and a religion for him because he actually follows his god.
Makes sense.
I got 3.
Okay,
With an
so,
act 2.
alright. Yeah, so that first one, I mean, you have 3 rolls you can technically do because, you know, there's 3 days.
I got a 13
Use a
on
different
mine.
dice.
Okay, with that on, now, again, you do have 3 rolls, that 13 will not get to him, I'll let you know.
Alright.
So you
Alright,
still got
that's
those 2
what I
other
thought.
ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's this one?
I
You know
already
what?
rolled.
I'm going on
Damn.
Google Dice Roller.
Go
Hang
for
on.
it. Go for it.
The physical dice is
He
starting
rolled
to
2
slack a
nat
little.
2s in a row. Can he use a
Brother.
different dice?
Do a different dice, dude. Do a different dice. Just like how he's going to Google Dice Roll. Use a different dice.
I got a 13 again, damn it.
Dude, that was on the 3rd roll, or was that on the
Sure.
2nd?
That was my second roll.
Okay, man. You still got 1 more.
So, do I... Wait, okay, so I technically rolled all 3, but I got a 2, and a 5, and I was told to use a different dice.
You know what? I'll just give both of you guys 4 rolls because I did say that I'm not backing away from that. So instead, you get 1 more roll, and that means Dylan, you should have also 1 extra roll from that. So you
That's
guys
good to
Okay,
know
so-
because I just got a 4 on my 3rd roll.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys both get that 1 extra roll. Maybe that'll be like the defining factor here.
Okay, fuck it. I'm going on D&D Beyond for this.
All right.
Dirty 13.
Okay.
Come on.
Now, I'll
Better
actually
than
check.
the 3?
Yeah, I'll check to see if that actually gets to Nier, because Nier is a way more responsive god. Because he doesn't have anywhere near as much as he has to juggle compared to Koskin. So I'll actually roll for that. That would be enough to possibly get a hold of it. Holy shit. Okay, so Nier's going to answer your call. What about for you, Koskin?
My last roll,
Yeah.
I got a 15.
That... Yeah. I'm going to roll. It's going to be a higher DC than what was for Nier, because it is Koskin we're talking about.
Okay.
But let's just see. Crossing fingers for you, man. You know what? No, fuck you, dice. Yeah, no, you get him, okay? It was off by 1. I'm like, no, fuck you, okay?
Yes!
So...
I love the amount of... Can we just... Okay, I wanted to say this then. This is canonically the Nat 20 that you scrapped from Roman Harbor being pulled here.
Yes, that's what we're gonna do with that. We're taking that Nat 20, we're putting it here, okay?
I love the... Go watch the last Roman Harbor episode. Nitz was a nice DM and didn't crit one of the characters.
See,
I'm not
see,
depressed.
guys, I'm a good DM. I'm a nice DM, guys.
The DM literally pocketed from one campaign, added it to a different one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go and knock out Nier's first. I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Because he got his success roll first, if that makes sense. Is that fair?
Alright, that's fair. I'm gonna pee while you do that really
Yeah.
fast.
Valid, dude.
And
you
then,
do that.
and then when he's getting his god thing, I'm gonna go get food because I'm starving.
You know, valid, dude. Okay, cool. So you go out of your way to call up Nier. I'm actually going to get you an image of Nier, because I do have an image for him. Now, I will say this will never be shown on OBS because it is not an AI one, and eventually I'm going to replace it. But I have to actually find something similar to what he is, because I have a very specific image in mind for him. So you can see this man, it's like a flash of like yellow light that encumbers your like closed eyes, essentially. As you end up in this area, it sounds like the fucking Halo theme is playing, like you can hear like choirs singing from like all sides. And you can see this one giant cross that is on his back. This might be his weapon.
Oh, no.
As you see this man,
Oh my god.
you see
Oh.
this, like, I want to mention, he is a god, so you see this 30-foot tall man. He has this, like, palish skin with his, like, angelic, like, blondish hair that, like, a lot of it is, like, kind of brushed back, but there's this huge portion of it that flops in front of his left eye, like a bang, like a giant, like, bang, kind of, like, put forward. He's got very kind of, like, spiky, but straight hair. He wears this, like, yellow, essentially cloth that covers his pelvis and down, kind of like a robe. And this, like, black silk, like, crop top, essentially, that he wears. That covers the majority of his torso, but it has this, like, V-neck, except it's a reverse V-neck. Instead of it affecting the collar a bit, it just, like, shows a bit of his abs. He's a very muscular person, like a lean muscular, because that more angelic side of things. Yeah, you can see, like, he has these, like, black gloves that have this, like, golden decoration, like, encompassing around it. He wears these, like, golden sandals, and the last thing is that straight down his chest on his shirt is a, like, golden cross. And
It almost looks like most of that black is just this very thick ooze.
Yeah.
Almost like a necrotic magic to it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't just fall over like clothes would. It follows the curves of every line of muscle.
Yep. His body is basically fully shown, even though he's wearing the, like, clothing. Simply because the weight traces his body.
Gotta try and not blind the mortals here.
Yep. You can definitely tell he tones stuff down a lot so mortals can see him without getting permanently blind. You can see
Dolph is wearing his glasses anyways.
fair. You see him just go, well, if it isn't dope, how can I help you?
I haven't been as present as I would like, but due to the events that are occurring in my life, I was yanked away from being able to go to the followings, but we are currently tracking the culprit of a murder and the one who stole my memories. I was wondering, hoping, if we could get your guidance in this.
I'd love to help. Obviously, since I am a god and there are rules that I must abide by, I can't put my hand out right in it.
Of
But
course not.
I could send a person your way if you wish, or I could simply give you a form of guidance.
I would trust your will on that one.
Alright, so he'll roll. 1 to 10, he gives you a person. 11 to 20, he'll give you a form of guidance. Shut the fuck up, Trey. Nobody likes you. Alright. Alright, cool. You'd see him just kind of, like, reach his hand out. And you can feel this, like, celestial magic form around your body. As he would give you a form of his guidance. And you just go, use it wisely. And be safe.
Yay.
On your next attack roll, it is a guaranteed nat 20. Yep. That is what his guidance does.
If we run into, like, any random bandits, Dope, you're not allowed to fight them. Save that for the final boss, please.
Okay, so is it attack roll? Can I still do ability checks?
Or
is it just...
It is specifically an attack roll. He's essentially giving you guidance. So it's going to be that thing of when you do your next swing, you are going to see purely into the future. Like, you're going to know the exact fucking timeline of, like, you'll know the exact way to hit him no matter what. Like, even if there's, like, 1,000 different timelines and 999 of them you missed, you will see that one opening of how you did hit him and you will follow through with that.
All right, guys. We run into anyone randomly. I'm only athletics. Only athletics checks.
Only athletics. Oh man, he will kind of just like he's not gonna like waste too much time on you because he has to take care of other people as well. But he gives you his guidance, and he would kind of just like basically he would take his like cross off of his back and slam it into the realm. And as soon as it touches the ground, before the sound can even make its way to you, you're gone.
Oh yeah, that checks.
As that is the god of sunlight and celestials, Near. Also, as a nickname, the god of law.
Yay!
Which is funny, because if you ever talk to Kika, she'll tell you that Koskin's the god of law.
It's also funnier considering Tove is a rogue.
Yep.
I'm not a thief, bitch.
That is true. He is a
I have
lawful
morals.
It's a one that has morals. Doesn't happen very often, but some of those rogues are like that.
I will sleight of hand, steal your weapon, and then question you on why you're fighting me. And then when you try and fight me, I'll have your weapon, bitch. Stop it.
Alright. Now, getting on to Koskin. I'm gonna grab his image.
Side note, if you're curious, Nits, I think the laundry glitched out or something because it just kind of stopped the timer midway during a rotation for some reason. It's back on now, so that was why we didn't hear it when we were recording.
Ah, gotcha. Now I was wondering because I was sitting here, I was like, is his laundry done or is? Gotcha.
Yeah, that's fair. I was getting confused too. So could I make a request for you to put on the that Horiyama song that I usually like for this?
Yes, I was actually going to be changing it for that because I'm going to be honest, Near's is more like friendly, like serious. Koskin's is not. Gonna be real with you here. So Koskin, I'm not gonna put up an image for him for a different reason, unlike the other where it's not an AI one. This one is an AI one, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's a reason to. His is a pretty simplistic design. So, unlike the others where you pray and then there's a big beam of light, you feel like your eyes are closed. And it's obviously black when your eyes are closed. Mm-hmm. You can feel the tone, the color of it, slowly start changing from this pitch black to this very dark purple. And then eventually you start seeing some form of light. And it is this light dark purple that starts to hit onto your eyes. And you would just hear, "Open your eyes, mortal." And you would see
Oh, never mind.
Koskin, the god of the dead.
Damn it. Gotcha.
He is a pure skeleton with a black robe who wields a scythe in his right hand. Most likely when he casts judgment, it is said that when he casts judgment, he uses that scythe to rip the soul out of their physical body.
Oh shit. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Shriek opens his eyes. His eyes obviously widen a little bit because, it's like that, oh shit, that actually worked, kind of a realization hits him.
Yeah.
And he says, You're Koskin, right?
I am Koskin, the god of death.
First of all, he'll do a butler-style bow, and he'll just say, "Please allow me to express appreciation for you. It's just that I've admired your work for a while ever since a good friend of mine passed away. And it's given me my own perspective on death.
I'm glad to see
my
that
name
you
is,
can understand.
My name is Triok. The reason why I wish to get in contact with you is I think I need your help. Let me make something clear right now. I do not think of myself as a good person, or anything like that. From what I gathered, I've done horrible things in the past. And currently, the one man who saved my life is either in grave danger or he's dead. And I believe me and my companions know who did it. And regardless of what I've done in my past, I want to save him. I still want to believe there's a chance to save him.
So you wish to keep a man from entering death?
Don't get me wrong. Everything after that, I know everyone dies one day. But I can't in good conscience let him die. And this person we're chasing, he's now gone out to unfairly kill others around me. To let someone like that live after everything that mansion has done for me, knowing that there's a chance that others are in danger just like my master, I can't let him get away with it.
Normally, I do not help mortals from escaping death. However, currently, at this current time, no mortal of the one you speak is on death's door. So, I
mean
can make an
Lachlan?
exception.
Lachlan Blair's alive?
He is alive.
Oh, Drake just kind of. It's like that sort of like sense of just relief just floods him as he just kind of falls to his knees. And he'll just say, "Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. There's still a chance after all. Okay."
I will send someone. They will meet up with you. And they will help.
Okay. Do you want something in return?
I have no need for anything. I simply take a logic, and by judgment of morals at this current moment, I see no harm in helping.
I understand. Strick will slowly stand back up, and he'll just say, "If me and my companions make out of this alive, consider me one of your followers from now on."
That's good to know. So don't die.
Strick will
And
just nod.
he'd bring up his scythe, and you'd see him swing it over your head, opening up a portal. And the domain would shatter as you'd come back to be.
Well, that was witness chaos.
That's the god of death. We've had him mentioned a lot in both Rum and Harbor and in here, and now you finally get to see him.
Holy shit.
Fuck no.
I'm assuming this prayer gets taken care of, like, probably, like, in the morning or before the party gets back on horseback or something like that.
I would imagine so, yes. That's probably,
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably on the second day, just for the sake of it, so the person actually has time to get to you. I think that's fair.
Makes sense. So, Strink will just kind of walk up the door, but he'll just say, "So, I just had a quick talk with the god of death.
Oh.
Don't freak out.
Oh, really? It's like, it was like, oh, really? Did you now?
He'll just kind of clap his hands together. He's like smiling as he says this.
That's the
First of all,
concerning part.
I do have,
That,
I do have wonderful news. Acrid and Blair is still alive.
Grand.
Secondly, the god of death agreed to send someone over to aid us.
Ah. Well then, no time to dally. As I'm guessing it'd be on the third day that Dope got near, or would it be on?
Yes,
The
that would
second
be
day.
on the third day. That would be on the third day.
So
yeah.
on the third day, he would come out of his meditation like, and I just spoke with Nier.
Oh?
So he would be able to tell Tahira, Ed Shook, and everybody that he has been given Nier's guidance in this.
That sounds promising.
I don't know exactly what it'll do, but I know it'll be helpful.
Understood.
Don't question a god's gift.
I wouldn't.
By the way, Dylan, since the
Hi.
god of Koskin was kind of your thing, I'm going to have you do a thing for me. So I have two
Okay.
characters lined up.
All right.
And I'm going to have you tell me one or two.
Okay, are you gonna make fun of my preferences in woman depending on which answer I choose here?
What? No. It's literally, you just say one or two, and that determines what character you end up with. That's going to come
Okay,
over now.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Okay,
make fun
got
of
it,
you.
got it. Got it. The guy who's been sending random Smasher Pass messages since the server begun.
Oh, yeah, so you just let me know one or two. What are we working with here? You just gotta say one of the two numbers.
Oh, okay, got it. I thought you were gonna DM me. 1.
Yeah, alright. Gotcha. So you got them. Alright. So you guys will see them on like the day that you guys arrive, which is actually on the third day, funny enough. So I actually don't have to really be like, you see them the next day. No, you'll see them on this day. Because this is the day where you guys would probably be looking out for that little path that was mentioned from before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the path that was being spoken of. I'm gonna grab this image here real quick. Gotcha. These were two polar opposite type of images I want to mention, by the way. You can see like near the path, like you can start seeing where the path starts to divert, and you can probably guess like, oh, okay, the one's like the main road's like pretty wide. It's meant for like basically like where like two carriages could pass by each other and not have to go off the path, because then they have possibility of like ruining tires. So they normally keep these like things pretty wide. You can see like where this like small like linear path kind of goes off into the forest, where it looks like someone just like would naturally just kind of like ride a horse or just like walk there. Simple as that. Yeah. So when you approach there, you can see that there is a lady standing there. There
Of course,
was
it's a lady.
yeah. I want to mention the other one was a guy. I literally, I was like, all right, we're gonna see if he picks the man or the woman. Either he's getting this person or he's gonna get the Navy soldier that worships Koskin.
Okay, thank God. Navy soldier sounds boring.
Oh no, I want to let you know he was a fucking captain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was gonna be he was actually gonna be fucking interesting. That was
Okay,
also been like
gotcha.
a foreshadowing to a possible NPC you could possibly run into Roman Harbor, but it's fine.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you know, Roman Harbor was yesterday, man. You know, I still got the Navy hating on the brain.
No, I get it. So you would see this lady. Looks to be probably a human. A lot of humans follow Koskin. But you can see it is this lady. She's a little bit more. Damn, what the fuck, man? You can see this lady. She's a little bit on like, what's the word? A little bit more on the heavier side. But she wears this like black dress essentially. That kind of like covers her. She's pretty well endowed, is a good way to put it. I don't know if there's a better way that Anya wants to describe the body type, but
That's taking Hourglass to a new level.
yeah. I want to mention, I just grabbed this on the whim. I was like, all right, let's just find two people in black. This person and this person.
That is taking Hourglass to a new level.
Yeah, the pair the pear body is real and the hourglass is real. I'm gonna be honest.
That's not even pear body. That is just like
Yeah.
chest, tiny waist, hips.
Yeah, yeah. She looks like one of those people that you always see where like people will be like, "Yeah, I look like this." In reality, it's Photoshop, but it's like Photoshop if it came true. But she has a little bit of armor. She has like a bronze piece of armor as like shoulder pad on both sides, but that's about it armor wise. She has this black hair, kind of raven. Kind of like braided, where like the left side is kind of like put across like the shoulder, kind of going down to her chest, and the rest is just kind of like hidden behind the back. You can probably pick up pretty easily that she's a magic caster. She does have a tome in her hand, and she has these like bronzish shoes. But it's just kind of like a black dress, black hair, you know. It's very Koskin.
Streak would hop off to approach this lady, and he'll just say, "Are you the follower of Koskin by any chance?"
I am. I'm guessing you're the tabaxi he was talking about.
That is me. My name is Triok, and he'll extend his hand to shake, offer to her for a handshake.
It's good to meet you, Strilk. I am Naton.
Pleasure's mine. So, I feel like I have a moral responsibility to tell you who we're going up against. A shinobi, who knows how to wield dark magic, and is responsible for the deaths of others, the loss of memories with me and some of my companions, and to be honest, pissing me off. But that one's not as important compared to the other ones. Oh, and also taking my master.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you at least know that you're not getting Koskin in any tight situation. He's already defied death a few times as it is. In fact, him coming back from the dead is by itself a thing of, defiance.
I see.
Vampires aren't very well seen and well liked by Koskin. Dampiers are different. But but vampires outright, when they've been turned, that's different.
Interesting. Well,
Tahira just has this concerned look.
She would just kind of like give that look to Tahira and just go, "I know you're a Dampier, don't worry." That's why I mentioned the Dampier bit. You're completely fine.
Well, that is rather comforting to know on both fronts. I'm not gonna lie, Koskin was a source of was essentially the only source of comfort for me after I lost someone important to me growing up.
I understand. For a lot of the followers of Koskin, that's similar situation. Normally we lose someone, and that's often the way that people come to follow.
Who did you lose, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm actually one of the lucky few. I didn't lose anyone specific, but more rather, I had a natural what's the word? Not adaptation, but a natural knack for necromancy, so...
Oh, interesting.
It aligned well.
The term is inclination.
Inclination, thank you. She like looks around like, hold up, who the fuck?
Some random skeleton's just like, bitch, it's this, and then goes back into the ground.
It's just this bone white hand that sticks up and just inclination. And then
Hold
disappears.
Oh, thank you. Who the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
I'm the necromancer here.
Well, my memories have been a process. What I do know of myself is that I used to be homeless. And I used to look after someone who was rather sick. And I couldn't save them. Well, that's all I can do about that.
At the very least, you can at least know that as long as they weren't a horrible person and sent to hell, they were either reincarnated or went to nirvana. So.
I promise you, they weren't a bad person.
well, then you have nothing to worry about for their afterlife. They're resting well, or they're living a new life.
Streak would give her a warm smile, and he'll just say, "Appreciated."
No problem.
Are you ready? Are you ready to set out?
I always am. What about your
Yo.
companions? You see a little
Dolb's
Mer.
standing there,
Gotcha.
waiting.
You see a
He's
little...
standing there with just that amulet of tear. Near. Just sitting there I follow a different god. I have no stake in this conversation. I'm not allowed to speak. As far as he cares, he's not, unless he's addressed, he's not gonna say a damn word.
The hero looked concerned because Dampiers were mentioned.
Yeah, that is valid. You-
Actually,
Go
go
for it.
ahead. I thought of one more question
Okay.
for later.
I was gonna say, you can see that Lilmer is already standing on the path, come on, let's fucking go, let's go. She's not saying anything, but you can see where if she stands there any longer, she might start shaking like a fucking bottle, like a soda that's been shaken, it's about ready to blow. Yeah, Kondo's ready. She's just waiting.
Gotcha. I feel like Streak would lead this new person to where his horse is, and he'll offer to essentially help her up to ride on the back. And he'll just, which, actually, before I get to my next question, does she accept the offer?
I'd say honestly, actually, she might not, because it is the simple fact of the path isn't too long, so she might just do
It's a
that
walking
more
path.
just for the sake of if something happened, she doesn't have to worry about trying to get off of a horse that she's never ridden before last second. If you're more
Makes
well
sense.
acquainted with horses, it would be easier to get off something like that. But if it's last thing, oh shit, that's how things go bad.
That makes perfect sense. Streak will just kind of he won't really look bothered at it by it, and he'll just kind of say to her, "Say, semi-related question. How does one become a follower of a god exactly? If we make it out of alive, I promised Kosk can become a follower. Decided it's about time I start trying to live just a little bit outside the mansion.
Well,
How should I put this? I think I'm driving myself a little bit crazy staying in there."
I understand. Well, normally when it comes to following Shep, normally you'll just head to the church and just kind of have yourself, what's the word? Indoctrinated into the church, essentially. You don't have to always go to that specific church. If you want to go to a different church of the same god, you can. It's basically like a rite of passage. You do that, they get you an amulet, and it's kind of like a marking, because you're carrying around the magic of your god. So if you ever need to contact them, it'll be easier. Don't get me wrong, with it being Koskin, there's still a chance he doesn't reply, because he's a very busy god. But if you try and, pray to him, it's easier knowing to get hold of him with an amulet than what it is to just do it with bare hands.
Streak will just kind of blink, and he'll just say, Is it really that simple of a process?
Yes. It's really not too hard. It's not even just with Koskin, it's almost with any god. The only gods that don't do that sort of thing is the Eldritch gods, and for Eldritch gods, you simply just tell them, hey, I want to follow, and that's it. But they're normally more sketchy a lot of the times. Not always, but normally.
The hero just has this look of, don't you fucking dare call my god sketchy.
That's what she said most of the time. Yeah.
Good to know.
Indeed. I'd be happy to let you come to my church if you wish.
Let's talk about that later.
Understood. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest. As you guys will start making your way up to the path, start making your way forward, that's where we're going to end the session. Because,
Fair enough.
yeah, you guys are near that final note. You guys are really starting to finally close in on Zinstar. Zinstar. Who fucking knows?
He's going to die.
Yeah, possibly. We'll see how the fight goes. But you guys have gotten all your information. There's been a few little oopsies in the making, but it's all worked out. You guys are approaching the final hours of the Amnesia campaign. As
All right.
we start to head out for the night, For anybody here, you can find more things like this on the Lost Shipyard on YouTube and also on Lost Harbor on Spotify, where you can find the Amnesia campaign and the Sending campaign. Now, hear me out, on the Lost Harbor Tavern on YouTube and on Spotify, you can find some other stuff. That's the main channel, where we have some other things, such as the Brothel campaign, which was hosted by Acrid, funny enough. Go check it out, it's a good one. The Hidden Garden campaign, also hosted by Acrid. Go check it out, you bitch. We have some one-shots on there as well. Go check it out, you bitch. And we also have the Roman Harbor campaign up there, too. So go check it out. It's a good time. We also have some shorts up there. If you don't have all that time to be watching these long things, you can just go watch a few little shorts. Get a little happy, a little laugh, okay? We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Adios.